5% cash back on every purchase, everywhere. Plus, there's no limit to the amount of cash back you can earn, and rewards don't expire for the life of the account. It's that simple. The Quicksilver Card by Capital One. What's in your wallet? Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com for details.
Mills Air in business since 1992. That's over 30 years here in Central Florida. They're not going anywhere. Carrier factory authorized dealer. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier. Equipment change-outs and upgrades right now with up to $1,275 in rebates. Visit millsair.com.
Everyone deserves a fast and reliable connection. One that helps better their everyday through the things they value most. Friends and family, education and career. A connection that opens pathways to opportunity and builds roads to a better future. At Spectrum, we're committed to delivering just that every single day. Because with the right connection, anything is possible. That's Life Unlimited. That's Spectrum.
Remember, when you're ready to sell or trade in your next car, go to GiveMeTheVin.com, because one thing's for certain, I love to buy cars.
Sell us your car. GiveMeTheVin.com. So easy you can do it in your underwear.
Kick off the holiday season at Light Up Mount Dora on Saturday, November 23rd in downtown Mount Dora, as more than 2 million twinkling holiday lights light up the city. Bring the family and celebrate the season with live music, waterfront fireworks, the annual Christmas tree lighting, and a breathtaking holiday drones display. The event begins at 4 p.m. in Donnelly Park in beautiful downtown Mount Dora and along the lakefront. Light Up Mount Dora is sponsored by the City of Mount Dora, Visit Lake, Renewal by Anderson, and Crooked Can Brewing, and we'll see you out there.
Football fans, are you missing the action because of blurry vision? Well, this November, score a touchdown for your eyes with a free LASIK consultation at the Filatowski Eye Institute. Simply text 1041 to 868686 now. They've been Central Florida's MVP in vision correction for over 3 decades. And with their 24-month interest-free financing, you can tackle the cost of LASIK without breaking the bank. Don't let poor eyesight intercept your game day experience. Text 1041 to 868686 now and see every play with crystal clarity. The Filatowski Eye Institute, bringing Central Florida into focus for over 3 decades.
Happy holidays. Welcome to Total Wireless. How can I help you?
Oh, my phone is panicking. It thinks I'm trading it in.
No worries. At Total Wireless, you get 50% off the Total 5G Unlimited plan when you keep your phone.
Really? 50% off and I get to keep my phone? Wow.
Yep, that's as low as $25 per month for one line when you sign up for AutoPay.
Visit your Total Wireless store today. Restrictions apply. Compatible device required. Available exclusively online and in Total Wireless retail stores.
This holiday season, before you pull the trigger on a gaming PC, go to Lenovo.com first. Get the best prices on the Lenovo you want, like the Legion Pro 5 gaming laptop. That's Lenovo.com.
Lenovo.
I'm Mark Anajar. I'm Glenn Levine.
I'm Ellie Anajar.
Together, we're Anajar and Levine. If you've been hurt in a car crash, we'll fight to get you the maximum compensation you deserve.
Call Anajar and Levine for your free consultation. 1-800-747-FREE.
In Office Orlando. It's the time of year when everyone is making plans to hit the road. If you're gearing up to get outside, Amazon Automotive is here to help. Whether you're hitting the beach, the trail, or somewhere in between, you'll find great deals on parts and accessories for your car, truck, motorcycle, or RV. Simply visit us online to customize your vehicle with a wide selection of floor mats, bike racks, camping equipment, power sports, accessories, and more. Get going today at Amazon.com/automotive. That's Amazon.com/automotive.
Point! Hey, you okay? You don't normally miss those shots.
Oh, I just haven't been as regular lately, and it's making me feel sluggish.
You should try Metamucil. It's been a game changer for me. Metamucil's plant-based psyllium fiber helps trap and remove the waste that weighs you down. Ace! You're moving better than you were last week.
Definitely.
Metamucil keeps you moving. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Learn more at Metamucil.com.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman & Lind Studios. Why Kaufman & Lind? Because your case matters. Contact them at whenyouneedus.com or dial pound 546 on your cell phone. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Someone's going to get offended. It's just the way the world works. So to hopefully save everyone a little time and or energy, here's this. The opinions that you hear are those of the host and callers, and not those of iHeartMedia, its management, or advertisers. The News Junkie is on. The 3 best friends you never knew you had, running through the most most viral stories of the day. The news junkie Sean Wasson with Sabrina and C-Lane.
It is Monday, November 18th, 2024. Lots to get to today. From Everyone Hates Netflix to RFK gets down on some McDonald's food. And it's time for a new pile of mailbox money. Plus your calls, dispatches, emails, texts, and more. Hey there, Sabrina.
Hello.
Hello, C-Lane. What's happening? There we are. And hello to you. You can join us on the show today. All you have to do is send us a dispatch. Go to thenewsjunkie.com. Hit record on your first dispatch today. You can also watch the show on YouTube and twitch.tv/thenewsjunkie. Your message is rolling right to the studio in real time. And how's everybody doing on a Monday?
I was good.
Good. You got to turn the mic on. There's a little button there and everything.
The mic was on is just the wrong feed.
Step one.
Nothing takes the wind out of your sails like really confidently yelling into a microphone that is off.
I'm good, Sean. And you're like, oh, why am I not hearing this in my headphones right now? Oh, this is problematic. And then it all begins to unravel on you on a Monday.
How you doing?
Good. All is well. Fun weekend. Exciting things happening out there in the world.
How was, where did you go? 98 degrees?
Shut your mouth. You weren't supposed to tell people about that. I didn't go to 98 degrees on purpose, okay? I went to 98 degrees on accident.
You trip, fell, and landed in a 98 degrees concert?
I didn't think it was possible, but absolutely, yes, I did.
I do cherish
and then
you.
My favorite thing ever was we're sitting there watching 98 degrees at Epcot because it was one of the final days we could go to the food and wine thing, and we wanted to try a couple last things. And Courtney goes, oh, my God, 98 degrees. I had such a crush on Nick Lachey. And
so
I'm like,
cute.
oh, my God. All right, fine. We'll come back over and we'll watch a little 98 degrees. And 98 degrees comes out. They're blasting Una Noche. You know,
that's a good one, too, man.
Then they go into a couple of cover songs, and they sound good. They sound nice on stage. And then they ended with the most miserable song in the world. I go, who ends a set on a miserable song? What's the one?
Wasn't I Cherish You?
No, it's the one where it's like, I have to tell you I don't love you.
I know it. Oh, my gosh. What is the one you're talking
about?
about?
Look up the lyrics. Please look up the lyrics of this, Sabrina. I'm listening to it. I'm going, this is the most brutal song on planet Earth. And they're ending
the hardest
their set
thing?
with, yeah, that's it.
It's the hardest thing I ever had to do. Oh, that's a good one. And it's like,
to look you in the eyes and tell you I don't love you.
Bye, thanks, Disney. See you back at 6:45.
It's the hardest thing I ever had to do to
turn
stare
around
at you
and walk away, pretending I don't love.
But what's the part about when you cry? There's
oh my gosh. Yeah, I mean, I'm having like a weird flood of nostalgia right now.
Show no emotions when you start to cry was the. I'm just like, this is the meanest song I've ever heard in my life. And they end that, they go, thank you. I'll see you later. All right, fine. Jesus. Let's get out of here.
Good for them.
It was
how they looking?
Quite the scene. They look good. They were very much talking about how old they were, which was really a trip, honestly. Because
I appreciate the transparency.
You got 98 degrees on stage. Nick Lachey's up there, and he goes, this song's from 1997. And I'm like, what the hell? And he goes, we've been around for 30 years. And I'm like, 98 degrees has been around for 30 years?
Oh, yeah, son.
Oh, and then somebody had a sign in the audience, and he misread it because it said 98 degrees food and wine, and he thought it said 98 degrees aged like fine wine.
Okay.
And,
buddy.
And then the other guy in the band's
now you're just seeing what you want to see, right?
The other guy in the band's like, yeah, your vision's going. And I'm going, this is just a bunch of oldos up there. It's 98 degrees 30 years later. What happened
for
here?
A mind F? All right, so someone hears Because of You, which is one of their hits. It's, it's love-making music.
Yeah.
And someone conceived to that song. That baby is now 25 years old.
That's crazy. But that's the reality that we're living in. All right, let's put our ears to the ground, our fingers on the pulse. Let's see what's happening in this great big wide world of ours. And we go to a man mad at Netflix because a lot of people got irritated at Netflix over the Jake Paul, Mike Tyson fights. Let's see what the guy says. Here we go.
I thought he said frick.
I thought he did the first time too, but he did not. He doesn't curse in the rest of this. My apologies. That was my fault. I'll take the heat on that one. I listen to this and I go, okay, good. There's no curse words. He kind of said another word, but I
thought he said frick, but then again, it sounds like he has cotton balls in his mouth.
It was very close. He's mad at Netflix. Here he goes.
Here. I'm trying to watch Kid Dynamite take on Lord Douche Waffle, and instead I got to look at Lord Douche Waffle's frozen-ass face here, and I pay my $13.99 or whatever y'all charge me each month to watch some stuffs, and this is the stuffs I wants to watch, and now y'all not letting me watch it.
Oh.
Shame on you. Sincerely, Al Crazy Legs Bundy.
They shouldn't just let anybody post on the internet. They really shouldn't. It should cost money.
He posted, but he also went viral for it. So he at least got another month of Netflix.
Yeah, but then he probably turned off his camera and went, all right, that seems like it'll be a great video to post on the
You guys ready to go to church?
Yeah.
On the viral front, this video currently has 165 views. So
or he heard about all the problems that people were having. Yeah. And then when he finished his video, he unpaused. He told his friends, all right, we can unpause it. Let's go on with the fight now.
All right, did everybody...
Streaming perfectly at my house.
Did everybody watch the Mike Tyson, Jake Paul fight?
Sure.
Yeah. Right. Even took like a nap in between.
Oh, really?
Because it was taking so long. I'm like, yeah, I want to see how this all goes down.
I had a blast. I felt like I was the only one that enjoyed it for a while. I did. And I saw all these people complaining, and I had like one or two dropouts, but I also thought to myself, streaming live events isn't perfect yet. It's not totally there. We got to be a little more patient with this. And in 5 years, it'll be just like watching television or something. There'll be no amount of active viewers that is going to ruin the broadcast. I just don't think we're there 100% yet. But for the most part, I thought it was a good experience. It was like there was 60 million people. Look at this. Netflix said a record 60 million households worldwide turned in for Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson.
And saw him in a thong, which was the best part of the entire
That was something. He kissed a man on the face, and then Mike Tyson's ass right there for the world to see, just on display. But what we watched was one of the greatest boxing matches of all time, one of the most impressive battles back and forth between two people at the top of their game, one of the most amazing feats of sport to ever play out on a screen. The only problem was it was Amanda Serrano and Katie Taylor that were in the fight that was actually good.
Yeah. Well,
because if you didn't watch that, you missed out. That was one of the greatest fights I've ever seen in my life. These two women beat the ever-loving S out of each other for 10 rounds, I think. May have been more.
That's what I missed. I did see the interview, though.
Oh,
and the
my
boobs.
God. Her eyeball was falling off.
I mean, the eyeball part. Did you not see the two ring girls? I mean, each frame it was just boob city.
The blonde woman went viral afterwards,
There?
And Courtney
There's
said
a lot of this broadcast that I forgot about.
How hammered were you,
It
buddy?
was a long day. It was a long evening.
Okay, we'll get into that, too. We'll check in with the world of C-Lane here momentarily. But, yes, the ring girls is weird. Courtney goes, why is it when there's women boxing, is there still ring girls up there? And I said, that's a fair point.
Why not ring men?
Swap in the dudes for one fight,
get
folks. I mean, what do we got going on here? We can at least throw a bone to the lady fans who are watching this.
Wait. That actually brings up more questions.
Mm-hmm.
Does the WNBA have cheerleaders?
I don't know.
No.
I don't know. I don't think they do.
Women's sports, any of the like high school women's sports, any of that stuff?
I don't know.
Cheerleaders there.
All I know is watching that fight between Amanda Serrano and Katie Taylor, I was like, women's basketball, what? Any of these other sports, what? That was an incredible fight, and it was grotesque.
A rematch, mind you.
Yeah, that was a rematch of the previous fight, and very controversial. If you didn't watch it, very controversial, because Amanda Serrano, her eye is falling off of her face. She got it ripped open by, they say, a headbutt, and it's just drooping off of her face. And she's continuing to fight when her corner was saying, we can't do this. We gotta end this fight. And the referee's going, oh my God, what's happening here? We can't do this. And she just goes in and keeps fighting. These women are covered in blood. And it was something, man. DJ Rage says Serrano and Taylor was for the history books. It was just way better. It was just so much better in every way than the title fight of an old man and Jake Paul. And I knew it was going to be everything I thought it was going to be. You saw Mike Tyson like hobbling into the ring. He's got a brace on his leg. He's maneuvering his way as slowly and gingerly as he can over to the ring. And
it turns out there were some, at least allegedly, some contract restrictions. Mm-hmm. Which it seems like with the Amanda and I'm sorry, I'm blanking on the other.
Amanda Serrano and Katie Taylor.
It seems with their contract, they had 0 restrictions, or they're like, you guys need to show as much blood as possible, please, because we've got a bore fest coming up next.
Yeah. It wasn't a good fight.
Especially if you watch the docuseries, like, that's not the Mike Tyson we saw training.
No, he got tired, too. He got tired real quickly, and then you see what appeared to me, I don't know about you guys, and maybe C-Line doesn't remember any of this, but it appeared to me that Jake Paul was like, okay, I'll hug you for 8 rounds. And they just dragged this thing out further and further and further and further.
It was boring.
It was. And it looked like Jake Paul could have knocked him out in the 3rd round or so. I forgot which round that was when Mike Tyson went wobbly.
Well, Mike Tyson apparently wasn't allowed to do any uppercuts, which is the signature move that would have knocked him out.
Oh my gosh! No uppercuts?
0 uppercuts.
If you told me on Mortal Kombat I couldn't do any of this, I couldn't do uppercuts, I would lose every game. That was my go-to.
C-Line's over there. Hang on, you're saying Jake Paul and Mike Tyson box? This is the first I'm hearing of this. I was not aware. What sent you sideways? You don't remember any of this?
No, I remember plenty of it. I didn't hear the uppercut thing, but. No, it was just a long evening.
Why? What happened before the fight?
I sampled a lot of alcohol.
Oh, okay. I see. You went to this fancy food event. This C-Lane goes to this food event. I think it's like $250 a ticket or something. I don't know. It was fancy pants territory, and you just go around essentially. Were there famous people there cooking, or was it just local restaurants?
No, it was all the restaurants at the Swan and Dolphin Hotel.
Okay, it was at this hotel. All the restaurants there, and he just goes around and grazes on all this fancy food. Mm-hmm. For how long? How long were you there doing that?
Couple hours.
And that seems fun. I kind of did the same thing at Epcot.
You must have been getting toasted at the same time.
It's like it's sort of like similar to the Epcot thing, except you pay the one price and then it's all included. Oh. It's not like you're going to Epcot. You have to pay to get into Epcot, and then you do like everything in there.
Drink too?
You have to pay for. Yeah. Oh yeah. Drinks are included.
That explains a lot. That explains a lot. So you got back home and he's like, let's watch the fight. Just put it on the TV, please.
Oh no, I didn't go home.
Oh, you went to a bar?
Wow, party guy.
You
watched parents'
this in
night
a bar?
out.
Oh, is that what was going on? Did you have like a free night?
I had a sitter. Yeah.
Nice. Oh, okay. Must have been good.
That's exciting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, I enjoyed it. I thought it was a fun night watching those, having a couple of drinks with Courtney. The fight was boring, though. It was not exciting. And I hate to say, one thing that kills me is Mike Tyson and Jake Paul probably made Scrooge McDuck piles of cash for that fight when Amanda Serrano and Katie Taylor put on the show. That had everybody standing up at the venue, and I'm sure at home, as they were watching that fight go into the final rounds. Had everybody on the edge of their seats. Most people play too cool when there's a boxing fight or a match going on, and they have an event like this. Most people play it cool, and they go, oh, I'm not going to my seats until the main event. And from what I can hear, or what I heard day of, this was pulling people out of the venue where they weren't watching and into their seats early because people were going, you got to see this fight. You got to see these two women.
I think what kind of turns me off about boxing is the whole, like, the fact that it can be just decided by judges.
Yeah.
And, like, yeah. I don't love that. Like, when you play basketball, football, soccer, you score points, and it's clear as day who is the victor. Now, I know that there's, the referees are have it against this team. There's always controversy like that. But, like, Taylor won this fight against Amanda Serrano, and then she took to Twitter afterwards. She goes, I landed 107 more punches. She got a point deducted, and I still lost 95-94. LMAO. Right. LMFAO.
I mean, it is very frustrating.
I don't disagree with her. I don't. I thought it was very good and very close, and it could have gone either way, but I do not disagree with her. She put on a hell of a fight, and she probably should have won. And when they're interviewing her after the fight, she's like, she headbutted me. And then her manager grabs the microphone and is like, this was cheating.
Oh, are we getting a third rematch?
Hopefully. It was such good drama, and I have never seen women's boxing like that in my entire life. It was just something to behold. Man.
You know when people do that thing on Instagram where they're like, hey, here's the button for whatever, like this video was stupid, and they just draw arrows to their likes? Somebody did Serrano got robbed button, arrow, 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 and his comment has 38,000 likes.
Wow.
I also saw this. Jake Paul actually tweeted out, more people watched an illegal stream of the fight. This has 6.6 million views, this particular one. And more people watched an illegal stream than watched most NBA games during the season. This is somebody just streaming it on X, apparently. AB, wait. Is that Antonio Brown? Was he illegally streaming this? Or did he just do oh, no. It's CTESPN. That's what it says. It says CTESPN only plays with the fight live, and there's a ton of people watching this. And
it still says AB84.
Yeah, it's from his account, but I don't know if it's a screenshot or if it's an actual live stream. And that's how many people were watching this. They said 60 million or whatever, 50 million people tuned in, peaking at 65 million streams. This was
New York Post says Antonio Brown's live stream of Jake Paul Mike Tyson fight saved 7.6 million fans from Netflix issues.
Antonio Brown, what are you doing, man? It's like, do you think people can't see this? He's the most famous pirate in the world, if that's the case. He's got 6 million people. Oh, God. Well, it was a spectacle. It is probably the future of what we're going to see for sports and on-demand television. It will only get better from here. It shows that people love all this drama, very wrestling-like build-up to a major event with all the bars reaping the benefits. And, the place C-Lane went to, I'm sure it was busy, right?
Yeah,
it was a big crowd there. Yeah, Cabo's probably loaded up with people for this.
Was
it's
Netflix
huge.
strict about like going around and making sure that?
I don't know.
No, they had to pay for it.
Did they?
Yeah.
Like as
do you
a
know how
bar?
much it was or no?
I think he told us. It's in a text somewhere.
Man, he doesn't remember anything from this night.
Oh my gosh!
He told us. And then,
He's allowed a night out.
We watched a fight or something. Mike Tyson says, this is one of those situations when you lost, but you still won. I'm grateful for last night. No regrets to get in the ring one last time. I almost died in June. I had 8 blood transfusions. I lost half of my blood and 25 pounds in the hospital, and I had to fight to get healthy to fight, so I won. To have my children see me stand toe-to-toe and finish 8 rounds with a talented fighter half my age in front of a packed Dallas Cowboys stadium is an experience that no man has the right to ask for. Thank you, prayer emoji, says Mike Tyson. 33 million views on the tweets. And
Antonio Brown was at the fight. He was at the fight. Yes.
I'm so confused.
It says
hold on. Antonio Brown streamed the fight
from
to
the fight.
6 million people from
7.6 million people. The former wide receiver of the Steelers and Buccaneers posted up in a suite at AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas, home of the Cowboys, trained his smartphone on the venue's massive video screen for a significant portion of the bout, at least the first 6 rounds.
Oh, God.
Which means that the Wi-Fi in there Magnifique.
Excellent. Yeah, really. Kudos to the engineers over at the stadium there. So there you go. It was something else. And you're going to see a lot more of these big, giant tentpole events because people like them. They enjoy them.
I love it.
And it's worth noting this. And I don't want to bring things down here, but I do just want to be real. When I heard, ladies and gentlemen, Mike Tyson, and that place erupted with applause, I go, homeboy really beat the rape stuff, huh? Like he has fully...
Oh, yeah, old news.
He has fully redeemed his image in such a way that he's not even thought about anymore. And I didn't expect him to mention it, the fight, obviously, but I'm just thinking this guy was a bad dude for a while that nobody would touch with the 10-foot pole. And now he was like the hero of that arena. The hero of that arena. Or that many people just wanted to see Jake Paul punched in the face and knocked out by Mike Tyson.
There was probably a plethora of different factors.
Jake. Yeah, they did. They booed him. They definitely booed him. And I like Jake Paul. I give him all the credit in the world for being a great promoter and making this a huge event. And it's a lot of hard work. I know that. But his entrance in that like car that he came in where
I missed that part. I just saw the diamonds
God,
or something.
it was so cheesy. It was so absolutely cheesy. We'll get your reaction to all of this. And I want to tell you Courtney's strange to me reaction to the whole thing. Because she said something afterwards, and I was like, I bet you're not the only one. I bet you're not the only one that thinks that. We'll toss that out there. We have a whole lot more to get to. Mailbox money for you. Big time mailbox money.
Yeah.
And that is coming up next in the News Junkie.
This is Real Radio 104.1 on your phone with the iHeartRadio app and on hundreds of devices like Alexa, Google Home, Xbox, and Sonos. We are an iHeartRadio station.
Watch out for a serious accident on the Greenway southbound between International Drive and Osceola Parkway. The right lane is blocked. Multiple lanes are blocked due to an accident on Highway 1792 northbound between Maitland Boulevard and Severin Boulevard. There's an earlier accident still causing a bit of commotion here on Colonial Drive eastbound at Hastings Street. If you see traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Wawa. You may have heard Wawa has pizza, but did you know that Wawa has pizza at a really great price? Right now, get a personal-sized 14 or 16-inch Wawa pizza for just $6, $8, or $10. Gotta have a Wawa.
What's up, everybody? It's Peter Schrager. We're back for The Season with Peter Schrager. In each episode, I'm going to take you inside and behind the scenes of the conversations that happen at the highest levels of NFL franchises. We're bringing the top GMs, top coaches. We're going to give you the story behind the story that you're probably not getting anywhere else. Each week, I'll bring you conversations on the inside and give you the chance to get to know your favorite personalities in a different way. Listen to The Season with Peter Schrager on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Open your free iHeart app and search The Season to start listening.
This is car accident attorney Jeff Kaufman with the injury law firm of Kaufman Lynn. It's hot, you're tired, the guy in the car in front of you is texting. You want to be mad, but you just finished watching 4 cat videos your wife just sent you. If it makes you feel any better, the guy in the car behind you is mad too. So put down your damn phone. If you or someone you know is ever in a car, truck, or motorcycle accident, contact us at whenyouneedus.com or dial 407-500-JEFF. Offices, Orlando.
Everywhere you look, things are getting more expensive. So at Consumer Cellular, we're lowering the price for those 50 and up. Now you can get unlimited talk, text, and data for $30 a line when you buy 2. That's just $60 a month for 2 unlimited lines. So if you're 50 and up, make the switch and save. Come on, you've earned this. Call 1-888-FREEDOM. Or visit consumercellular.com today. Requires 2 lines of service, age validation, and credit approval, subject to system and area limits, taxes, and other fees apply.
If you're living with dry age-related macular degeneration or dry AMD, you may be at risk for developing geographic atrophy or
Izervay gets your GA going slower.
Izervay or Avastin-capted Pagel is a prescription eye injection used to treat GA. Don't take it if you have an infection or active swelling in or around your eye. Izervay can cause eye infection, retinal detachment, or increased risk of wet AMD. Izervay may temporarily increase eye pressure. Your vision may be impaired after an eye injection or exam. Don't delay. Ask your doctor about Izervay today.
Izervay gets GA going slower.
Visit Izervay.com. That's IZERVAY.com.
We need your help to protect your right to AM radio in your car. AM is always there in times of need with the key information for our community. The overwhelming majority of legislators support a bill to keep AM radio in cars, but time is running out. Please text the two letters AM to 52886 and ask Congress to bring this bill to the floor for a vote now. Text AM to 52886.
Message and data rates may apply. You may receive up to 4 messages a month. Text stop to stop. A message from the station.
If you're a business owner, the holidays are important. But do you know the last thing 75% of your customers hear before holiday shopping? Radio. And since iHeartMedia is the #1 radio company in America, chances are they're listening to us. iHeart reaches 3 times more people than the biggest TV networks and 4 times more than the music streamers where you can advertise. This holiday season, get the results you need. Call 844-844-iHeart. Don't wait. Holiday shopping has already started. That's 844-844-iHeart.
Get up to a 30% upfront bonus to use for your retirement income, or up to 12% per year to help grow your retirement income. Whether you're in retirement or will be retiring within 10 years, Trajan Wealth can offer some of the highest guarantees in the business. I'm Jeff Jr. with Trajan Wealth, and I know no one wants to work forever. We all need to retire someday, and I know you've worked hard for your money, so now is the time to guarantee it. Take advantage of up to a 30% upfront bonus for your retirement income, or up to 12% per year for retirement income. Don't woulda, shoulda, coulda. Get up to a 30% bonus just for opening an account, or up to 12% per year for retirement income. Don't leave your retirement to chance. Retire the right way, the Trajan way, with Trajan Wealth. 407-213-0000. 407-213-0000.
Annuity guarantees are based on the claims paying ability of the issuing insurance company. DBA in most states says Trajan Wealth Insurance Solutions.
Sunnyside Plumbing.
Yes, I've got a leaking...
To leave us a testimonial saying how happy you are with our service, press 1.
But you haven't even...
For all other inquiries, please hang up.
Wait, what?
Hang up and call Frank Gay. We're busy watching the game.
You know what? I think I will.
When you have a leak, you need solutions on your schedule. A helpful expert who can find the problem and fix it fast.
That's the Frank Gay way.
FrankGayServices.com.
Brought to you by the Capital One Venture X card. As a founding partner of iHeart Women's Sports Network, Capital One wants to bring you closer to the athletes you love, literally, with premium travel benefits from the Capital One Venture X card. With Venture X, you earn unlimited double miles on everything you buy and turn everyday purchases into extraordinary trips. Plus, get premium benefits at a collection of luxury hotels when booking on Capital One Travel and access to airport lounges worldwide. What's in your wallet? Terms apply. Lounge access is subject to change. See CapitalOne.com for details.
Hey guys, I'm Kate Max. You might know me from my popular online series, The Running Interview Show, where I run with celebrities, athletes, entrepreneurs, and more. After those runs, the conversations keep going. That's what my podcast, Post Run High, with iHeartRadio is all about. Listen to Post Run High on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Open your free iHeart app and search Post Run High and start listening.
The Big Bang Theory, tonight at 7, only on CW18.
Filling in the gaps between the New York Times and World Star. This is...
That's not good, actually. But we're going to help you get through the week. I know we've got a lot ahead of us before the next weekend. And then Thanksgiving week, right? So we got that. We can all celebrate together. We'll have some fun this week in the run-up, and we'll take your dispatches over at thenewsjunkie.com. Let the record show that Sabrina paid up her $50 bet immediately when Mike Tyson lost in the Jake Paul fight.
Didn't
I just
care for
want
that, but yeah.
to put that on the ledger for posterity and to show that she paid up her end of the bet. And then I immediately was like, I should double down. And I go, what else is happening? I don't know if there's another thing right now. Nobody's boxing out there.
Yeah, it was night for me after that. I roll, go to sleep.
Yeah, I know there was a UFC fight the next night, but I didn't pay any attention to that. I was not tuned in the slightest. Sorry. Okay, one thing I did want to mention here was, and I thought this was kind of interesting, and I want to see if anybody else feels the same way. When I'm sitting there watching what to me was the fight of the night, and it was incredible. C-Lane should rewatch it sometime so he remembers. And he'll see Amanda Serrano and Katie Taylor.
I did go back and rewatch a little bit of it, and then I got bored all over again.
The women's fight?
No.
You won't get bored.
I wasn't rewatching that. I'll go back and watch that now that you have put your seal of approval on it.
Be prepared for gross, too, because it is gross. These women are just beating the hell out of each other. But it was something else to behold, that fight. It was way better than Jake Paul and Mike Tyson. But as I look over, I'm on the edge of my seat. I'm going, oh, my God, it's a great fight. And Courtney goes, I can't watch this. And I said, what? And she goes, for some reason, it's hard for me to watch the women fighting. She goes, I don't care if I see MMA or boxing and it's the men fighting each other. But when I see these women like covered in blood and beating the hell out of each other, I don't like it. And it's just a different experience for me. And I said, I don't know. I guarantee there's a lot of other people who feel that way. I didn't. And I just wanted to watch it because I wanted to see two people go at it and see who would win. You know, I'm not even considering this is women versus men or anything different about it. I'm thinking everybody wants to be participating in this. This is not some gladiator style battle, right?
Or is it like a scrappy, awkward street fight where those kind of make me uncomfortable, where you just see people, they're just pulling hair.
Right.
And
no
as
rules.
someone with, long lady hair, I think that's so not fair at all.
Yeah, I don't like that.
But I'll see anyone kick each other's ass.
She didn't like it. She said, I don't like it when the women are fighting. There's, for some reason, it just hits different.
There was one time a handful of years ago where Ashley and I had like a random Saturday night off, and there happened to be a UFC pay-per-view on. Yeah. And I was like, you want to watch this UFC thing? And she's like, sure. And there were a couple of, before the main event, there were a couple women fights, and Ashley got pumped. I was like, hell yeah!
She's throwing stuff at the TV.
I had never watched any sort of like, boxing, any sort of UFC, any fighting with her. But when she saw those women going at it, she was yelling at the screen, cheering. I was like, where did this come from?
Sam on YouTube says, but Courtney can watch a movie where a girl gets cut in half. Yeah, but I guess the real and the fake hit her differently. And she just didn't like it. And I was telling her, you're missing a fantastic fight. This is the one. This is it right here. The run-up was some okay fights, some boring fights, some reality stars from like Brazil and stuff. And then that there was an actual fight with true contenders who put it all on the line, 3-minute rounds, 10 rounds, I think. She didn't want to watch it. So I'm sure other people felt that way. Let us know what you know. Go over to thenewsjunkie.com and send us a dispatch right now. Otherwise, what did they say? 60 to 65 million people. And I will tell you, some of the pre-show, Netflix needs to polish up the pre-show, friends. All right? The pre-show is a little amateurish.
I saw a lot of criticism from some of the broadcast engineer groups that I follow on Facebook and stuff. And there were some
party time.
Yeah, there was. I'm sure every one of the groups you follow is just absolutely riveting.
I got a couple birders.
The people had their mics off half the time. There was one long segment.
Their mics off. That's 101.
That's what the engineers are mad about. So what are you doing here? There's people up here that don't have their mics on. They can't hear anything. Evander Holyfield goes up, right? It's Lennox Lewis, I believe, and Evander Holyfield. And they're on the panel with these Netflix people. and Evander Holyfield's earpiece is not working. So what happens is the two other hosts on Netflix, they relay their questions to Lennox Lewis.
Oh my gosh!
Then telephones the question to Evander Holyfield, and all of a sudden Lennox Lewis decided, I have an opportunity here. And he starts just asking his own questions to Evander Holyfield. They'll ask him a question, and he ignores that and asks a different one. Because they go, Evander, how do you think Mike Tyson is going to perform given his age? And Lennox Lewis leans over and asks Evander Holyfield, you think he's going to eat his ear off? I'm like, what a troll. He's going rogue, man. They had like an English to English translator for him, because they didn't have an earpiece that was working for him. It was a lot of it that was kind of a mess. And it was an interesting group of people. It was Rosie Perez, I believe, I think was one of the ones who was there. She's a big boxing fan and has long been into this stuff. And then you had Roy Jones Jr., I think, was one of the commentators. And then, of course, they have the guy with the big boy, the guy who's got like the broadcast voice, who's not famous, but you know him. And biggest shout out of the night, my friends. I don't know who this young guy was who was the ring announcer, but my God, was he magnifique. That man, he's not getting the attention like the blonde girl right now, but he was
a good ring announcer voice. That's for sure.
He didn't have a Let's Get Ready to Rumble. They did have a Netflix and Thrill line that they kept dropping.
That's stupid.
But he even did the intro for Amanda Serrano, and she's Puerto Rican, and he switches over to like rolling his R's, and it just drilled it, man. That guy was on point.
Now, the three people that were commentating,
yeah,
like during it, who was there was one person. Clearly, it was a fighter, former fighter. Was that Roy Parker Jr.?
Roy Jones Jr., I believe.
Roy Jones.
Yeah.
He had the funniest stuff. He's like, I don't know, man.
He did that a bunch of times.
He's like, that doesn't, look good to me. I'm just saying. It was the complete opposite. It was like one of us that would know nothing about the sport itself, just like kind of shooting the S with everyone else.
Oh, yeah, Cedric the Entertainer was there, too. They said, here's an example of what Sabrina's talking about. They'd go, Roy, to Roy Jones Jr., what are the key elements for Mike Tyson in the second round? When he comes out here, what do you really need to see for him to know that he's turning it around? He's like, you got to hit him.
Yep.
Just stop.
He's like, yo, why is he biting his glove like that? That's pretty crazy, huh?
He would just toss out these lines, and you go, Roy, it's a give and take, man. You got to keep a little bit of a flow.
You're talking to 60 million people right now, right?
Yeah. And you got to answer more than just yes or no when somebody asks you something. This is a broadcast, sir. Be professional. But I think he kind of came around towards the end of that. We'll take your thoughts on the show. Anything that you saw that stuck out to you that you thought was good, bad, whatever.
Usually you hear answers like that from the athletes. I've
he hit me good.
I've always loved that one post-game interview where they thought they had crafted this really great question on, I want to say Dwight Howard, but maybe not, what his strategy was during this basketball game, and he gave an answer like, I just go up there and put the ball in the hole.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, all right.
All right, Landscape 7 says, I'm with Courtney. I used to be able to watch boxing, but I don't enjoy seeing people pummel each other. Too much violence in the world today. Sea Witch says, okay, I'm out. This is coming up on 40 minutes. Literally nothing but Watson talking about something you watched on TV 3 days ago. Bye! See you later. It's a huge event this weekend, and obviously we're going to talk about that. Now, we will be, in your wake, moving on to a bunch of other stuff, including this mailbox money story, which is going to be nice for a bunch of you. But there's a problem here. And I didn't discover it until this morning when I said, hey, I don't remember getting an email about this, but I'm definitely impacted by this settlement.
I know what you're talking about.
So all of us need to be on board to get this mailbox money. We'll get to that. We've got a bunch of other stuff that went down this weekend that we got to hit on. A big Monday show. That is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Coming Coming up tonight on Real Radio at 7, it's a corporate time with Tom and Dan. Brought to you by MyEternalVitality.com and Modern Plumbing Industries. At 9 p.m., it's Real Laughs with comedians James McGill and Ken. And Real Music starts tonight at 10 on Real Radio 104.1.
This weather report is brought to you by Mills Air.
Hi there, I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Brooks Garner with your Fox 35 Central Florida forecast. For today, it's going to be warm and nice. Same for tomorrow, highs in the low 80s. I'm going for a high today of 81 degrees under mostly sunny skies. As we head into the middle of the week, a cold front comes in, the strongest one of the season, bringing a round of showers and storms and wind. Wednesday's a Fox 35 weather impact day. Now, by Thursday, we're only going to top out around 70, and Thursday night, we'll dip down into the 40s with highs only in the 60s as we head into the weekend. From the Fox 35 Storm Team, I'm meteorologist Brooks Garner.
This report is sponsored by the NickleyGroup.com.
Thinking about selling your home? Well, hold on to your packing tape. The Nickley Group can sell houses faster than you can find that one missing sock. Get a guaranteed cash offer on your home from the Nickley Group today. Visit thenickleyGroup.com.
A noisy garage door is a cry for help that often requires only simple maintenance. Hi, I'm Tommy Mello from A1 Garage Door Service. Don't wait until a simple garage door repair becomes a major problem. Call A1 Garage Door Service today.
A1 from day one. Thinking about selling your home? Well, hold on to your packing tape. The Nickley Group can sell houses faster than you can find that one missing sock. Get a guaranteed cash offer on your home from the Nickley Group today. Visit thenickleyGroup.com.
If you're living with dry age-related macular degeneration or dry AMD, you may be at risk for developing geographic atrophy or GA.
Izervay, get your GA going slower.
Izervay or avastin-capted Pagel is a prescription eye injection used to treat GA. Don't take it if you have an infection or active swelling in or around your eye. Izervay can cause eye infection, retinal detachment, or increased risk of wet AMD. Izervay may temporarily increase eye pressure. Your vision may be impaired after an eye injection or exam. Don't delay. Ask your doctor about Izervay today.
Izervay, get your GA going slower.
Visit Izervay.com. That's IZERVAY.com.
Everyone deserves a fast and reliable connection. One that helps better their everyday through the things they value most. Friends and family, education and career. A connection that opens pathways to opportunity and builds roads to a better future. At Spectrum, we're committed to delivering just that every single day. Because with the right connection, anything is possible. That's Life Unlimited. That's Spectrum.
Men, if you're suffering from erectile dysfunction or PE, Premier Men's Medical Center will get your sex life back in just one visit. Their painless, breakthrough medical treatments eliminate ED and PE. Here's a specialist in men's health.
I'm Dr. Simovitz. Have Viagra or Cialis let you down? Premier Men's Medical Center offers the most effective treatments that eliminate ED and PE, with men lasting longer than ever. 98% of patients see instant results on their first visit.
Premier Men's Medical Center's breakthrough treatments will restore your sex life regardless of age or medical history. Your consultation and first treatment are free. Plus, you'll see instant results in the office. Plus, qualified patients will have their testosterone checked free. Call 407-337-5569. 407-337-5569. To regain your sex life in just one visit, call now. 407-337-5569.
iHeartRadio is your #1 app for the holidays. Just open the app and search Holiday and start listening to Magic 107.7, plus all kinds of other holiday stations, playlists, and podcasts. iHeartRadio. Free never sounded so good.
The holidays mean more travel, more shopping, and more personal info in more places that could expose you more to identity theft. That's why LifeLock monitors millions of data points every second. If your identity's stolen, their U.S.-based restoration specialists will fix it guaranteed or your money back. Don't face drained accounts, fraudulent loans, or financial losses alone. Get more holiday fun and less holiday worry with LifeLock. Save up to 40% your first year with promo code CLAY. Visit LifeLock.com. Terms apply.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Today, we're the largest injury firm in the world, and I'm thankful to you for trusting us all these years. We'll always be here for the people, not the powerful. Injured? The choice is easy. Morgan & Morgan. Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
This earful of real radio is brought to you by JustCallMo.com. Injured on the go? JustCallMo.com.
Real Radio is on Threads at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Have you been in an accident? Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Filling in the gaps between the New York Times and World Star. This is
Joining us in just a little bit on the show. Always fun to touch base with her and see what's happening out there in the world. We'll also hear from you with your dispatches and emails to tips@thenewsjunkie.com. Already got a bunch of those rolling in. Right now, it's time for some mailbox money.
All right. Let's go, baby.
Which, if you're new to the show, this is something we've done for years. We started focusing on these things that would pop into news stories where there was a class action suit, and all you have to do is fill out a little form, and then you forget about it. And, you know, sometimes months later, sometimes even longer, you get some random money in your mailbox.
Usually longer.
Or as we've seen, I think, Celine, you've had some, I don't know, Sabrina maybe too, where it goes right to your phone.
Oh,
and
yeah.
you just get a deposit to your Cash App or your Venmo or whatever's connected to the class action settlement.
I had one in the form of a temporary debit card that goes into your phone's wallet. Yeah. And I could just spend it at 7-Eleven or something.
And people are crazy to just leave this money behind. You can make hundreds. People have made thousands and thousands of dollars just from us doing these stories. And this one is from a little company you might know of called Cash App. And there is a class action lawsuit right now. There's something a little funky about this that I want to tell you in a moment. Feels a little bit, I don't know. It feels like they're doing it on purpose, but we'll touch on that. Those who have used a Cash App to transfer money in the last 6 years. So there you go. Did you use Cash App in the last 6 years? If the answer is yes, meaning basically did you ever use Cash App? If the answer is yes, you may be eligible for up to $2,500 as part of a class action settlement over security breaches on the mobile payment app. The app allows users to send and receive money, invest in stocks, buy Bitcoin, and this is, friends, the way that I send Dylan money when he asks for it. So I have used Cash App. And Dylan, thank you. I may be reaping the rewards here. Now, the class action lawsuit was filed in February. Cash App users allege that Cash App investing in its owner Block were negligent in their response to 2 data breaches. When a former Cash App investing employee accessed account data without permission in 2022, and when an unauthorized user accessed certain accounts in 2023 using recycled phone numbers that were linked to the accounts. That's a big danger, friend. If you don't know this, you should. If you get rid of your phone, somebody else maybe issued that phone number. And if they get your phone number, now, if there's any accounts that are connected to that phone number, they can get that incoming text message and they can verify that they're you, even though obviously they aren't. So there's a website for this. I'll put this up on See It Now during the break because it's a little bit long. But I'm staring at the website, cashappsecuritysettlement.com. cashappsecuritysettlement.com. That's where they're paying you out if you use this in the last 6 years up to $2,500. And the first thing I noticed was they talk about all of these different things, like the claim deadline is today. Okay, so we got to move.
Convenient.
We got to move on this one. Claim deadline is today. And on the website, it says, submit a claim, exclude yourself from the settlement, object to the settlement and attend a hearing, or do nothing. Those are all of your options. If you don't do anything, you're not going to get a payment from the settlement, and you'll give up the right to sue, continue to sue, or be part of another lawsuit against the defendants. So then I go, okay, submit
Why
claim.
didn't I get the email?
Why didn't I get the email? And it says on the submit a claim part, put in your notice ID. And I go, well, I didn't get a notice ID. What's that about? And then I said, okay, on the website, it says, look up your notice ID. And I said, okay. And then you could put in your cash tag and your info. And when I did this, it says, you are impacted by this. And it said, email this email address to get your notice ID so that you can submit your stuff.
Oh, just a couple of flaming hoops to throw your body through.
Yeah, I'm like, isn't that convenient? I just didn't get whatever Cash App sent over that talked about this class action. Maybe it went into spam. Maybe I missed it. Who knows? But you have time still to do this. So go over to cashappsecuritysettlement.com if you ever used this. Did you guys both send any money Cash App in the past 6 years?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. You're good.
I just looked on my phone to see if I even had Cash App, which I do, and I have an account, and there is zero activity on it.
Oh,
not
so
one
it says
time, huh?
you are identified as a member of the settlement class, but we do not have an email on file for your record.
Wait, did it? I don't even know if you had to send money, right? When it says use Cash App to transfer money, because your info would still possibly be in the data breach if you have a username,
true,
and you have a profile, so maybe you could still get something there. So we'll see what happens with all of this, but I'll link that up on See It Now. You can get up to $2,500, and you got to do it today. So get moving, and we'll see exactly how much money everybody gets paid out on this latest Mailbox money payout. So always keep your eyes on those. We'll bring them to you on the show so you don't miss out. Let's go over to you real quick. Let's see what's happening in your world. Here is Mommy Salami talking about, of all things, fluoride in the water. It says, Sean, you're wrong.
Hey, Sean, I think you're wrong about the fluoride in the water thing. Fluoride was originally put into the drinking water when fluoridated toothpaste was not widely available for people. And it was a way of administering fluoride to people who otherwise wouldn't get exposure to it. So I think it served a purpose at one point, but now fluoridated toothpaste is pretty ubiquitous. And I think that, when they test the fluoride levels in a lot of municipalities, they find that the fluoride levels are far, far higher than they're supposed to be, than they're really allowed to be. So, you can get all kinds of issues. And of course, the studies have shown that, fluoride exposure does decrease IQ in children.
All right, let me stop you there. So the first thing is, if you have public water, which is a lot of people, if you're not on well water, this is to say, there's probably fluoride in your water. Okay? That's the first thing. The second thing is, if you have a water service, like I get mine from a company called OUC, every single year, I think it may even be quarterly, I'm not positive, they issue a report. I saw the last one and read it. It was a handful of months ago. And they tell you all about what's in your water. And it tells you this is the percentage of fluoride that was in the water. This is the percentage of this, that. They have to do this. They do this report that tells you all the things in the water. And in almost all cases, that is well within the range that you would expect. And here's what people do with this fluoride RFK Jr. stuff. It's like you could do the same thing with vitamin C if you wanted to. Now, if I said to you, vitamin C, whoa, studies show that vitamin C causes kidney stones. What on earth are you doing? That's not healthy. You don't want kidney stones. That's not good. You shouldn't be taking vitamin C, and your kids shouldn't be taking vitamin C. Now, if I told you the full picture, it would be that you have to eat a Frisbee-sized block of vitamin C every single day for that to happen. And you go, well, of course that's ridiculous. Nobody's consuming that level of vitamin C. That's sort of what they do with the fluoride thing. It's like, look, these tests showed that insanely high doses of fluoride lowers the IQ in children. I'm surprised it can get any lower, but it does. But you're only getting a blip of a fraction of that. And in that blip of a fraction, it's actually good for you. It's doing things. And you talk about toothpaste. The problem here is mostly poor people. The problem is poor people who don't have overall good dental health, who don't even brush their teeth a lot. It's a way to still have a positive impact on them. And I talked about this last week. I said, your dental health, which I even need to get way better at, is really important. It's hugely important to you. You could die so many ways just by not doing a good job keeping up your teeth, making them as good as they possibly should be. So I don't believe I'm wrong on that. I think this is an overall good thing. I think it's mostly a conspiracy, and people are driven nuts by some statistics that are never going to happen in public water. At least for the most part, they're not going to happen.
The argument you just made, you would have to eat a Frisbee-sized block of vitamin C, is kind of the same way I would explain to people in grade school when the whole thing about Mountain Dew and yellow number 5 was supposed to shrink your Johnson.
Mm-hmm. That was so big at the time. Every kid was talking about that.
I knew people that actively avoided Mountain Dew because they heard that. And I said, first of all, this is likely not just not true. But probably if you drank a whole glass of yellow number 5, you would experience some things that are not so savory. I don't know. It's probably not great for you to drink a whole glass of yellow food dye. But the amount that's in your Mountain Dew is just minuscule enough to give it a little tint, and it's not going to shrink your balls.
Right. But it was so everybody believed it. And it runs into this thing that I continue to talk about, and I'll continue to talk about it because I find it so frustrating, where there are so many people who are so mad, who are so angry, and the things that they're mad and angry about are not true. And if you corner them, this is why it's particularly frustrating to me. If you corner them and go, X, Y, Z, here, I'll explain all of this. Here you go. Nah, still don't like it. Still think this thing is happening. All right. Throw my hands up and go over and get my mailbox money from Cash App. Why not? Okay, when we come back, we're going to hear from you. We got to talk about, we got to talk to Amy Caulfield from Fox 35. How about that? We got that coming up next. She's the best. And that is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Why follow Real Radio on Instagram? Because we want to send you to see the Tampa Bay Bucks in an upcoming home game. Each week this NFL season, you have a chance to win tickets. Check our feed at Real Radio 1041 on Instagram.
Traffic is slowing down on Florida's Turnpike southbound between Osceola Parkway and US 192 exit 244. There's a couple accidents to keep an eye out for here on the Greenway southbound between International Drive and Osceola Parkway. There's an accident on Highway 1792 northbound between Maitland Boulevard and Severin Boulevard, still causing a bit of commotion. Just travel with caution on the roadways. If you see traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by USPS Ground Advantage. Simple, affordable, reliable.
Every business faces challenges, but shipping shouldn't be one of them. Turn shipping to your advantage with USPS Ground Advantage from the United States Postal Service. Learn how at USPS.com/advantage. USPS Ground Advantage. Simple, affordable, reliable.
The Daytona 500 is a race where victory is life-changing and career-defining. Every moment means more here, creating a significance and unpredictability that amplifies the experience for both the drivers and fans alike. Don't miss the 67th running of the Daytona 500 on Sunday, February 16th at Daytona International Speedway. Your chance to win tickets now at realradio.fm/contests. For ticket information on the 2025 Daytona 500 and Speed Weeks presented by Advent Health, log on to www.daytona500.com or call 1-800-PIT-SHOP.
Brought to you by the Capital One Venture X card. As a founding partner of iHeart Women's Sports Network, Capital One wants to bring you closer to the athletes you love, literally, with premium travel benefits from the Capital One Venture X card. With Venture X, you earn unlimited double miles on everything you buy and turn everyday purchases into extraordinary trips. Plus, get premium benefits at a collection of luxury hotels when booking on Capital One Travel and access to airport lounges worldwide. What's in your wallet? Terms apply. Lounge access is subject to change. See CapitalOne.com for details.
Frank Gay Services has something cool for you. Keep your AC running smoothly with our expert service. Experienced, professional, friendly, and speedy care that earned us thousands of 5-star reviews. That's the Frank Gay way. Visit frankgayservices.com or call for details.
Hey, it's that mortgage guy, Don. Good news, commercial and SBA loan rates are falling too. Get a quote to refinance your business loan today at thatmortgageguyDon.com.
With that mortgage guy, Don.
We all think about buying a house instead of renting, right? But did you ever realize you're renting your electricity every single month? Yep, overpaying the power company and watching prices rise every year. This year alone, prices have jumped over 10%. Isn't it time you own your own power with Solar Source? I started with my pool heater going solar, and now I'm thrilled with Solar Source's pay-as-you-go system where I can save each month starting at only $99. Now, Solar Source isn't new to this game. They've been in business for nearly 40 years. years with the same phone number since 1984 and over 60,000 installations right here in Central Florida. They are the company I trust. Are you ready to stop renting your electricity? Switch to Solar Source today and start owning your own power. Switch to Solar Source today by going to solarsource.com/monster. Honestly, going Solar Source has been the best thing we've done all year. I absolutely love the company, and you save more money when you tell them you know Russ Rollins. That's solarsource.com/monsters.
If a Lenovo computer's on your holiday list, don't shop around. Just go directly to the source, Lenovo.com. You'll find exclusive deals on the PCs you want, like the ThinkPad X1 Carbon Gen 12 laptop and Legion Tower 7 Gen 8 gaming desktop. So avoid all that shopping chaos and price comparing, and just go directly to the source, Lenovo.com, where PCs are up to 53% off. That's Lenovo.com.
Lenovo. The holidays mean more travel, more shopping, and more personal info in more places that could expose you more to identity theft. That's why LifeLock monitors millions of data points every second. If your identity's stolen, their U.S.-based restoration specialists will fix it guaranteed or your money back. Don't face drained accounts, fraudulent loans, or financial losses alone. Get more holiday fun and less holiday worry with LifeLock. Save up to 40% your first year with promo code CLAY. Visit LifeLock.com. Terms apply.
This is the story of the one who, as a maintenance specialist for a historic high-rise, knows that vintage charm historically needs constant attention. Which is why when it's time to upgrade turn-of-the-century mechanicals, they turn to Grainger. With easy access to 1 million-plus products and the scale to deliver when and where you need them. The right tools and supplies are never far away. So the one can keep that vintage building running like new. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Brought to you by the Capital One Venture X card. As a founding partner of iHeart Women's Sports Network, Capital One wants to bring you closer to the athletes you love, literally, with premium travel benefits from the Capital One Venture X card. With Venture X, you earn unlimited double miles on everything you buy and turn everyday purchases into extraordinary trips. Plus, get premium benefits at a collection of luxury hotels when booking on Capital One Travel and access to airport lounges worldwide. What's in your wallet? Terms apply. Lounge access is subject to change. See CapitalOne.com for details. Brought to you by the Capital One Quicksilver Card. As a founding partner of iHeart Women's Sports Network, Capital One wants to help you hear more about today's top female athletes, learn more about your favorite teams, and earn unlimited 1.5% cash back on every purchase, everywhere. Plus, there's no limit to the amount of cash back you can earn, and rewards don't expire for the life of the account. It's that simple. The Quicksilver Card by Capital One. What's in your wallet? Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com for details.
Attention. If you suffer from consistent pain in your joints caused by arthritis, overuse, or injury, you may be a candidate for a revolutionary therapy that could revitalize damaged tissue. This approach can provide long-lasting relief from pain in your knees, shoulders, hips, and other joints with no surgery, no drugs, and no downtime. To find out if you're a viable candidate, you may request a free consultation from QC Kinetics by calling 689-305-2853. Instead of masking the symptoms, it goes to the root of the problem to resolve it at its source. Already used by thousands of satisfied patients nationwide, this joint pain therapy is available right now to the public, but only for qualified candidates. Again, to find out if you're a viable candidate for this therapy, you may request a free consultation by calling QC Kinetics at 689-305-2853. That's 689-305-2853.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind Studios. Why Kaufman and Lind? Because you matter. Contact them at whenyouneedus.com or dial pound 546 on your cell phone. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Filling in the gaps between the New York Times and World Star. This is the
time to talk to our friend, the amazing, the talented Amy Caulfield.
Hey, guys.
There she
Happy
is.
Monday.
I know. Look at us having at it for another week here, Amy, going through all the stuff that's happening in the world before Thanksgiving next week.
I know.
Which
I'm so excited for Thanksgiving.
Me too. I'm big on Thanksgiving, even though everybody else seems to be ignoring it and going right to Christmas.
Well, I kind of did that too.
Just 'cause we're
But I'm so
decorating.
excited for Thanksgiving.
Yeah, just because we're decorating for Christmas doesn't mean we're just going to skip the food for Thanksgiving.
That's right.
No,
That's right.
but I feel like there's a niche for the Thanksgiving stuff where you got the salt and pepper shakers, those little pilgrims that you put out. You could put out some like fall related stuff, and then you move over to Christmas afterwards. But you jumped the gun too, Amy.
Yeah. Okay, so here's what I did. So I jumped the gun inside the house, but the outside is still Thanksgiving appropriate.
All right.
So I still have like a fall wreath on the door and like a little Thanksgiving like welcome mat.
Oh,
but
not
on the
my house.
inside, it's all Christmas.
Okay. All right. Here's my question to you, Amy. All right. Right now, I'm getting some heat. All right. A lot of heat is starting to come in. And this is because Courtney says now we're up to 40% of our street that has Christmas stuff up.
Ooh,
and
that's
she goes,
a lot of pressure.
we don't have any Christmas stuff up. We don't have anything that's up.
Nothing inside or out?
Well, we'll put a tree up and we'll put some stuff up, simple stuff inside.
The only festive thing he has right now, Amy, is that if you ring his doorbell, it gobbles like a turkey.
Really?
Yeah,
that's so cute. I'm coming
Oh my
over.
God. You just reminded me that mine is still that it's like a creepy Halloween one.
Oh, yeah,
Or it's like, we are brewing our baby. Leave us. It's very strange.
So she goes, we don't want to look like the Grinch.
Scrooges.
You don't look like Scrooges over here. We got to put some out. And I said, what is the rule here? If you have like 40, 50% of your neighbors putting stuff out, is it a bad look to not put anything out? Do I need to get lights? Do I need to get stuff?
Yeah, probably.
I don't know.
I
mean, I think you could just do like a little, like maybe just put the wreath up, or you know what I mean? It doesn't, you have to don't go full all out. Just like do like a little something.
Oh, she's talking about inflatable and.
Do you guys do inflatables?
No.
Do your neighbors do inflatables?
I don't, but everybody in the neighborhood
inflatables
does.
are a hit. I had an inflatable cat for Halloween, and it got the most compliments / very scared kids. Like, that's a mean cat. I'm like, just because the eyes are red doesn't mean it's mean. It's allergies.
It has gotten so big now. And we saw it obviously for Halloween, but that is passing on to Christmas. And it's no longer you just put a couple of simple things up. Now it's like inflatables and all these different features that you can add to your house and all the lights. And it's a whole to-do, for God's sake.
It's a lot. It's a lot of work too. Like even just doing the inside of the house, it took me like, I worked on it all last weekend. And then I worked on it like most of this weekend too, just trying to get everything like looking nice, you know?
Yeah.
It's presentable. By the way, I did put my favorite ornament is from Courtney, and I put it on the tree. And every time I put it on the tree every year, I think about Courtney and how sweet it was.
Oh, she'll love that. She'll love that.
So sweet. It's a little like Maisie looking ornament. It's really cute.
Hey, big question, Amy.
Yeah.
Did you watch the Mike Tyson Jake Paul fight?
I did, kind of.
Yeah,
okay, does it count that I stayed up because remember how I told you guys I don't really enjoy stuff like that. So I stayed up late thinking I didn't know what time that the actual Tyson-Paul fight would start, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, okay, I'm gonna like power through. So but it was the Netflix signal, and I kept thinking, is it our house? So then I went on Twitter, aka X.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, did you watch Antonio Brown's feed?
It was terrible. It was so bad. So then I was like seeing all these funny memes. So then it was like actually entertaining me, like seeing what all the funny memes were on Twitter. But so I did try to watch. I made it all the way through the women's fight and then the post interviews.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was like, oh my gosh. And then Brian says to me, it's probably going to be another half hour, 45 minutes for the Tyson-Paul fight. And I was like, I'm done. I'm out. And I went to bed. I couldn't. And then I just watched the highlights in the morning.
How do you feel about when it's a women's fight, watching the women slug each other like they did in that fight?
I thought it was, okay, so you guys know because you probably saw it. I mean, it was very bloody. I was just completely grossed out by how bloody it was.
Yeah. Amanda Serrano's eye was...
Yeah,
it was
awful.
That eyebrow was real rough. That was tough to watch.
And then, but everybody was saying that it was fixed, like the referees fixed it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I can't even tell. I don't know how you can tell who's winning a boxing match unless like somebody just keels over and falls to the ground. And then like but otherwise I'm like, how can you tell who's winning?
Those judges that C-Lane doesn't like. The judges sit on the side there and they count all the punches out.
Surefire
Is that what they're
winner.
doing?
Uh-huh. Yeah, it's not done in such a way where you can just tell by a scoreboard or something. Though maybe C-Lane's right. Maybe that would be better if they ended up doing that electronically or something. They just see who threw the most punches.
So they're literally counting the punches. That's how it's decided.
I guess
like
so.
and so got off more punches, so therefore they win.
Yeah. They judge by round. No, it's not more punches thrown. It's like punches thrown versus landed. Yeah, there's like a whole little thing that they do.
Serrano landed a bunch more punches, and she lost by a point.
She didn't win.
Oh gosh! But if they tied, what if they did like what they do with soccer, and it's like penalty kicks, but it's just one punch at a time?
That's so funny.
You have to put your hands behind your back and just let the other person
like the
slug
slap
you.
Fights, yeah.
Yes, right.
That'd be violent.
But didn't the fight before the girls came on, Serena, didn't that one end in a tie? I think it did.
Yes, it did.
I don't know.
Yeah, I was taking a little napperoonie so that I could be up
I don't
for
blame you.
the
was
very
your Netflix
long
feed doing
No,
same thing?
It did lag for a little bit, and then it happened to come back when Mike Tyson had turned around and exposed his buttocks.
His tushy.
To everybody.
Lovely.
And that had to be my favorite part of the whole thing.
Oh, God. All right. What's on your radar today? What's happening in your
Oh, you guys, I think the best news for Floridians is that the Fox 35 Storm team is saying that hurricane season is over.
Done. Finito.
Woo-hoo.
Sarah's not even a hurricane.
Yeah,
great.
So we thought we were going to get a little something from Sarah. You guys remember last week there was like a lot of nervous forecasting going on.
Mm-hmm.
And then they were like, okay, well, if this thing goes, over Central America, which, it started to move a little further south over Central America, it was going to break apart. So we're going to have like a little bit, we might have, Brooks says basically rain and wind maybe on Wednesday. And then after that, we're going to get this really nice cool front to come through. So that is great news.
How cool are we talking? When we say cool front.
Like 60s, mid 60s for the highs, which I think is amazing.
So that means everybody gets out their winter jackets and we go full.
I saw my breath this morning.
We go full winter.
When I was walking Carl, I was like, get out of here. There it was. And then the sun came up and it was a little warm again.
The other night I looked out and it looked like my AC unit was smoking, and I was like, this is not great. And I walked closer and I was like, oh, the dryer vent's right there, and it's just the steam coming from the dryer. And now I was like, it's finally starting to feel like it's not summer anymore.
Everybody in Rochester collectively just rolled their eyes into the back of their skulls. What's happening? It's 60, folks. It's going to be nice. Absolutely beautiful. Well, that is good news.
Yeah, great news there. And then, of course, I'm sure Sabrina talked about it, but I'm super excited for the Orlando Pride. That was a big story. Isn't that so great, Sabrina? I'm so excited for them.
Such a great experience being there, of course, but seeing every game, how much better it's become and more people showing up and supporting it. And it does take undefeated record and shield and almost winning the championship for people to show up. But I am super excited to be a part of it.
Real quick for the uninitiated, and not me, but the uninitiated folks out there, what happened with the Pride? Did they win like a championship or something? What happened?
So yesterday they won the semifinals for the NWSL. So next weekend on the 23rd, which is Saturday, I believe, will be the actual game. This is also kind of interesting. It was already predetermined where it would be hosted.
Yeah.
And that's going to be in Kansas City at the stadium of the team that we just knocked out of.
That's awkward.
It does make it a little confusing, actually. So they lost, but that's where it's going to be. So.
Yeah, we're doing a big watch party. I'm very excited.
Sabrina,
the Pride has killed it.
If they win the championship, do you get a championship ring?
That is a great question. I'll be bringing it up at the production meeting.
I think you do.
You should.
I think you
hope
do.
So.
We have other friends who have gotten championship rings, who do similar things to you.
I mean, I'm not going to get my hopes up. I was the Lion when my high school team won the championship, and
nothing.
Nothing.
Listen, you and I both know who I'm talking about, and that guy got a ring for making fake crowd noise during COVID. He got a Stanley Cup championship ring for that.
So should I just do an all email, to whom it may concern?
CC
my
everybody.
Ring size is this.
Yeah. Toss it out. Did you say they were undefeated?
So they were undefeated up until a couple weeks ago an away game. And it was after we had won the Shield, and the Shield is the coveted prize throughout the season for having a certain amount of points, as well as at that point we were undefeated. We have not lost a game at home at all, and it's just
24 straight games. Is that right, Sabrina?
Yeah,
that's what you're saying. 24 straight
That's
games.
pretty good.
That's
24
incredible.
straight games in soccer is massive.
Yeah.
And the men's
really
team's in the
good.
playoffs as well. And so we got a lot of exciting sports stuff headed our way.
Oh, boy.
I'm excited. I think they're going to take the whole thing. I can't wait for them to
Same.
come back with that championship trophy.
Yeah. All right.
It's going to be awesome.
I'm going to kiss it.
Anything else grabbing your attention out there?
A couple stories that were that we focused in on over the last couple of days, and you guys, this is just a sad story, and it's just a lesson to all parents because autistic children are attracted to water, and so we have had multiple cases just this year in Central Florida alone of children who are autistic who wander away. End up in a body of water and sadly drown. So we had another case that happened over the weekend. A little 4-year-old boy who was autistic, nonverbal, and wandered away. Dad took the kids to the park. It happened in Volusia County. Dad took 3 kids to the park, and as every parent knows, it can happen in an instant. Lost track of the 4-year-old, and the next thing he knew, he was gone. And so they did an all-out search, and then about 11:30 last night, they found his body in a body of water right there next to the park. So it's just such a sad story, and what we're hearing is that they believe that autistic children are attracted to water because they find it calming. So it's really a lesson to all of us, if any, and I'm sure a lot of parents of autistic children already know this, but that just anytime there is a body of water nearby, of course, you just have to keep those extra eagle eyes on them because it is something that sadly they are attracted to.
I'll tell you what's tough. That parent is just beating themselves up over that. It's just
I can't imagine.
That is so incredibly difficult. And you would say it absolutely, I agree with you, could happen to anybody. You're a parent and you get caught up in 15 things and then you look over and it
happens. You're right. You're pushing one kid on the swing and you think your 4-year-old is, on the merry-go-round and you turn around and he's not there. Right. And then you immediately start searching. And sadly, in this case, it was too late. So we don't know all.
Go ahead.
I was just going to say, we don't know all the circumstances leading up to it. We know that it was noon. It was at a park in Ormond Beach. And that the little guy was found at about 11:30 at night is when they located him. But I don't know if you guys saw the warning that was sent out, but the Ormond Beach police sent out basically an APB saying, please be on the lookout for this child. And in bold letters, they said, check water. And I'm sure that's because, the parent said he is autistic and they know that that's usually what happens.
Beha on YouTube watching the show says, my little autist has zero fear of water. She assumes she's just going to float. You have to be vigilant. And a lot of other people, Amy on YouTube says, my autistic son is obsessed with any body of water that we come in contact with. Unfortunate story. Feel very, very bad for the family, obviously.
Yeah, it's heartbreaking. It really is heartbreaking. And we're following another story in South Florida. I'm sure you guys heard last week that there was a head that washed up on the beach in Key Biscayne.
Yeah, it was very nonchalant mentioning of the head somebody found.
So, right? It's just horrific.
It was very void of details.
We now have the details. We have the details. We have the story posted on our website, and it actually belonged to, there were a brother and sister that were on the beach in November 9th in South Point Beach, and they got caught up in a rip current. And so the brother pushed his sister out of the rip current, but sadly he drowned, 19 years old. Just a beautiful family, and they are in deep mourning because you can imagine, you guys, that I don't know, obviously something horrific happened to the body in the water, and the head was separated from the body. But 19-year-old young man, they say he died a hero trying to protect his sister, Jessica. His name was Victor Castaneda. We have his picture up for you on our website, but it just those stories also just, oh gosh, it's just heart-wrenching.
Yeah.
You go for a fun day at the beach and you don't think anything of it, and these things happen.
It's funny when I hear a story like that, I don't know what it is in my head, but I'm automatically thinking foul play. I'm thinking cartel killing.
Yeah. But that's what we thought too.
The reality is nature is very powerful too. You don't know if there was, animals out there, sharks or whatever, that could have led to this same conclusion. I guess at least the family gets some sort of closure, as terrible as it is. Maybe there's something to that. Who knows?
Yeah, just awful. So God bless that family and the family of the 4-year-old, because they're going through a lot of trauma right now. And I don't want to end on on a sad note, there is a guy in New Hampshire who needs help. He just surrendered 1,000 mice to a local animal shelter.
I'm sorry,
so if anybody
1,000?
1,000, yeah. He says they're
What did he
scrambling.
transport
He
them
says the
in?
mice.
I mean, I think that's
He
probably
says
like
the
two
mice-
cardboard boxes.
He said the mice, he's only had them a short time. And he said that they just exploded literally into 1,000 mice. And so he dropped them off at the animal shelter.
Buddy,
and
did you
said,
want to
I'm
address
sorry,
this?
I can't take care of them
When you-
anymore.
I love that he waited till 1,000. When I was like, hey, oh gosh, I have 200 mice now. Maybe I should find something to do.
He's freaking out in slow-mo. He's like, this is really getting out of control. I don't know what I'm going to do
sure
here.
they'll stop reproducing. All right, nope.
It says in the story, you
500.
guys got to go read the details. It's terribly funny. It says other shelters have agreed to take in some of the mice, and some are being sent to foster homes.
Wow. Okay.
Foster home. You know, so a lot of times if you agree to foster like a puppy, that becomes your puppy. You know, I
That's
know
right.
like plenty of times they're like, I'm just going to foster this puppy and potty train him and stuff. And then when it comes time to like the fostering is over, you're like, no. I don't think that's the case with foster mice. I just don't. I don't think that the people that are fostering them, when they get the phone call, they'll be like, all right, here you go.
Well,
back to your forever home.
Maybe I'm a monster on this one, but I feel like not with 1,000, but if I had just one mouse and I was a little frustrated with it, isn't that a thing where you could just kind of
find a kid with a snake,
let it go,
open up the front door?
Oh, come on.
I mean, mice, for the most part, can fend for themselves. I mean, obviously.
Yeah, they're
Not
doing
Stuart
fine.
Little.
Yeah.
All right. Well, it's
Am I
always
right,
an
guys?
absolute pleasure to spend time with
Love
you.
you guys.
The one and
Love
only Amy Caulfield, the Fox 35.
Have a great week and go Pride.
Yeah, and make sure you're watching every single morning, no matter where you are. Good Day Orlando here locally, or fox35orlando.com. It's the best roundup of news you're going to find anywhere. The best team over there, and of course, Amy Caulfield. So thank you for hanging out with us. We'll see you next week, Amy.
Love you guys.
There she goes. All right, quick break. When we return, we'll get into some of the stuff happening this weekend. I got an update on the Menendez stuff, plus a very interesting cruise option that has surfaced. What's so special about this, and how does it relate to recent events? You're going to find out. Stick with us. It's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is on X at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Have you been in an accident? Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733. From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
Traffic is starting to slow down on I-4 approaching the State Road 429 Champions Gate area. You can expect your regular delays in the Lake Buena Vista area. There's a couple earlier accidents to keep an eye out for. Authorities are clearing up still here. Greenway southbound between International Drive and Osceola Parkway. There's an accident on Highway 1792 northbound between Maitland Boulevard and Semerin Boulevard. If you see traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Direct Auto. Direct Auto Insurance is for uncompromisers. With a super low down payment, you can stop compromising and keep driving. Get a free quote at directauto.com. Down payments vary, does not mean savings. How you buy can affect price. National General Group, Winston-Salem.
Did you know that mortgage guy Don also offers home equity lines of credit? That's right. It's a way to unlock your equity while keeping your super low 2, 3, or 4% rate intact on the first mortgage. Get cash out now for home improvements, debt consolidation, weddings, back taxes, anything you want, because it's your money. And unlike the corner banks, that mortgage guy Don has HELOC options as low as a 640 credit score. So get a quote today with no hard credit inquiry and start the process with an expert and a friend that you could trust by going to thatmortgageguyDon.com.
Don't miss the boat, compare your quote with thatmortgageguyDon.com.
You wouldn't know it, but most financial advisors are put in a box. I'm Jeff Jr. from Trajan Wealth, and I want to provide you a little insight about financial advisors. Most financial advisors have to sell what their company requires them to sell, and many advisors have to only adhere to what's called a suitability standard. A suitability standard is a limited standard of care, not requiring what's sold to be best, just suitable. Advisors with this loose standard often have limited investment and product selection. Trajan Wealth is held to a fiduciary standard, which is the highest standard of care in the advisory business. And that's just one of the many reasons we have billions of dollars under our care and attract clients from other advisors. Raise your standards today and call Trajan Wealth.
407-213-0000. That's 407-213-0000.
Advisory services offered through Trajan Wealth, LLC, an SEC-registered investment advisor.
Upgrade your old windows and doors with the latest designs from Renewal by Andersen. One reason is unmatched strength. Renewal by Andersen's Acclaim Impact windows and doors are made from Fibrex material, which is 2 times stronger than vinyl, ensuring superior durability and resistance to extreme weather conditions. The wonderful team at Renewal by Andersen saw firsthand the incredible performance of Renewal by Andersen windows and doors in the face of the damage caused by Hurricane Milton just a few weeks ago. Robert agrees, and this is what he had to say. Our experience with every employee at Renewal by Andersen was exceptional. The windows that were installed are better than expected. A big thank you. During the month of November, save 20% on your entire project, plus 0 money down, 0 payments, and 0% interest for 18 months. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com to schedule your free consultation today. Official partner of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, license number CGC 1527613.
Jay, why is auto insurance so expensive? I need to get insured, but I need a better solution.
Vic, you should call Acceptance. Acceptance had better rates, better options, and better customer service than my previous company. Acceptance was just better. They did all the work comparing different plans and found me the best payment options that fit my budget.
Really? Do you have their number?
800-606-7049. 800-606-7049.
Why pay more? Acceptance Insurance has offices in your neighborhood, and one call to Acceptance could save you up to 30% on your car insurance. 800-606-7049. Let Acceptance work better for you. 800-606-7049. 800-606-7049. Acceptance Insurance. We shop, you save. Restrictions apply based on a Q1 2024 study of Acceptance Insurance customers who reported saving when they switched. License number L012994.
Proud to be a donation site for Toys for Tots.
The holidays mean more travel, more shopping, and more personal info in more places that could expose you more to identity theft. That's why LifeLock monitors millions of data points every second. If your identity's stolen, their U.S.-based restoration specialists will fix it guaranteed or your money back. Don't face drained accounts, fraudulent loans, or financial losses alone. Get more holiday fun and less holiday worry with LifeLock. Save up to 40% your first year with promo code CLAY. Visit LifeLock.com. Terms apply.
The free iHeartRadio app is your home for the holidays. Open the app and click on the holiday banner or search holiday and start listening to Magic 107.7 plus stations playing all kinds of holiday music, Christmas classics, Christmas jazz, country, R&B, tons of playlists, even podcasts. Our gift to you, the perfect holiday soundtrack. Join the millions of listeners on the iHeartRadio app. Free never sounded so good.
iHeartRadio.
Forever hovering over life's great dump button. You're listening to
Just a moment. The cruise of a lifetime. Wait to hear the details. We'll also get to your dispatches very soon. Go over to thenewsjunkie.com. Right there on the website, you'll see where you can record an audio or video dispatch to join us on the show. A lot of people responding, fuming, getting very, very upset still about the results of the election. They did not want Trump to win, and they are just furious. They're leaving Twitter. They're going over to Blue Sky so they can be in a little silo over there where everybody agrees with each other. And I've seen many people doing this. I forgot what celebrity it was, wrote a 2-page letter and posted it on her Twitter about why she was leaving Twitter. And I was like, okay, I don't know if we really need this. Celebrities, you guys got to ground yourselves, all right? You all came out with your endorsements, and we now see that doesn't really do much. We don't need you to be so full of yourselves. Just do the great work you do
and tell us about your lives and all of that. We don't need this extra drama on the side. But for the people who are upset about this stuff, and they're real upset about Trump going back to the White House, a cruise company has stepped up, and they have an offering for some of you. And I want to see what you think about this, because they're offering a 4-year escape plan for Americans upset by the results of the November 5th presidential election.
Okay.
It's called the Skip Forward program. It allows guests to travel the world visiting more than 425 ports in 140 countries so they can essentially just skip the presidency and come back in 4 years after this is all over or whatever.
What was that long-ass cruise that we just talked about recently?
How long was that one? Damn it,
Was
I know
it
what you're talking
an
about.
entire year, or was it supposed to be longer than that and it didn't even last?
There's
to that
been
extent?
ones... There's been year-long cruises, for sure. There was one that you were supposed to be able to live on for a while, and I don't know how that one's shaping up. But there was one I think that you're referring to where it went under. The business like collapsed.
Yeah, people just showed up and there was no boat.
They wanted to get on and they go, wait, what's happening here? This one is, I'm trying to see the company. Let's see if you can find what company this is, because the story I have doesn't even mention the cruise company. I'm assuming this is their ship here, which looks quite nice. And they're going to offer you the opportunity to be out there if you're real upset about this stuff, and you can just be on the high seas while Trump is in office.
If you're looking for an escape either for 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, or 1 year.
It's on the top right, Villa
there's
V
no
Residences.
better place than on a ship, right? Where you can wake up every day to a new backyard and get everything you need taken care of. Whether that's food or laundry or getting it around the world. It's
Villa
it's
V
very
Residences.
reasonable.
It's VILLAVIE Residences is the cruise ship owner. It's a nice looking ship, to be honest.
And achievable way to live a lifestyle like this.
How much is this though?
So you have the 1 year escape from reality. You have the 2 year midterm selection. You have the 3 year anywhere but home, and you have the 4 year skip forward.
Escape forward.
And so regardless of who had won, we had this in the works. So it's not a
Smart. Look at that. Yes, they're playing both
That
sides.
was very smart.
They're like, whoever wins, doesn't matter. We'll try to make some money off of the fact that people are angry about the results of the election.
Really a political campaign at all. It's just the timing is with the election, and it just happened that Trump won, and there's more Democrats that are unhappy about living in the U.S. now than Republicans.
All right, so he says you can jump on this cruise ship.
I got prices.
And you can ignore the Trump presidency if you're really triggered by it. What are the prices for this?
It says prices start at just under $40,000 per year. Single occupancy cabins for the full 4 years start at $256,000, with double occupancy running up to $320,000 for the trip.
That's a lot of money.
Wait. Go back. So you've $40,000 for the year, but that's not it?
No, that's for single occupancy cabin. That's the starting price.
That's the lowest price is $40,000. So if you were somebody who was just chilling by yourself, you could be in for $40,000, which would be like a rent of $3,600, $3,800 a month or something. It's not absolutely terrible because it includes so much stuff.
It includes food and drinks. Non-alcoholic, I would be assuming. As well as Wi-Fi and medical visits. Housekeeping is provided weekly, laundry service bi-weekly, each with no additional cost. Alcohol is only included at dinner.
Okay, so it's kind of like an all-in thing. If you think about it that way, it's not terrible. But what was the upper end thing you were just saying? $256,000?
Well, the full 4 years start at $256,000 for a single occupancy cabin. Now, as we know, I don't know much about the I think they said it was the Villa V Odyssey is the name of the ship. I don't know much about that ship, but I do know that usually the cheaper cabins on a cruise ship are the ones that are on the inside that have 0 windows.
Ew, I don't be there.
Don't know if it's the same for this one. Maybe they make them all a little more nicer if they have designed this ship for long-term stays. So it says double occupancy can run up to $320,000 for the trip.
Wow. That's pricey, but it's a long trip. It's 4 years. Somebody says, how fun. Talking about Trump all day on a ship will be way better than talking about him all day on land. Which might be the truth for some of these folks.
Week 2, someone jumped off, but they said they were totally going to do it.
It's an interesting offering. We'll see if anybody takes them up on it. And let's revisit something because we want to throw out some additional advice for this mailbox money that we talked about. Okay. I put the link up over on thenewsjunkie.com in the See It Now section. And people are saying, well, what if I don't have one of these notice IDs? If you go over, because you have to do this today, if you've used Cash App in the last 6 years, you are eligible for this mailbox money up to $2,500. If you go to Cash App Security Settlement, the link is up on the See It Now section of thenewsjunkie.com, and you go to the Submit Claim page, on the right-hand side of that page, you'll see if you did not receive a personalized notice in the mail or via email, click below to complete a claim form. And when you click and fill that out, that will allow you to get in on the class action settlement. So I think that's the best way to do this today whilst you have time. Were you able to get it all set up, Sabrina, on your end? What are you running into?
There was I just went to put in that one. I emailed the place because I definitely have had Cash App. I verified. Mm-hmm. I've had it for many, many years.
Yep.
And I was an automated message said, we received it and we'll get back to you in 3 to 5 business days.
That's too long.
Yeah, way too long. So I go into that second part and I fill everything out. But I think because we were talking about it, and so I'd opened up a second window. And as soon as I went to submit, it goes, we've detected some inconsistencies with your submission or disable any privacy settings or something along those lines.
Huh. Mine went through.
This whole lawsuit is about privacy, and they want you to disable your privacy settings?
Yeah.
That does not pass the smell test.
Nice try, Cash App. I'm not doing that. C-Lane, did you get yours submitted?
I'm working on it, but it's telling me, like, after I fill out everything, it's telling me there are errors on the claim form, and I answered no to eligibility fields. You already told me I was eligible.
Yeah, you're going to have to go back and look at your choices there.
Son of a bitch.
There's probably a lot of people trying to do it. Get the link over at thenewsjunkie.com in the See It Now section while you can. You got to get that done today, friend. All right, we are going to take a quick break. When we come back, the next episode with Sabrina. What's coming up on the next episode?
What's coming up on the next episode? Disney, unfortunately, has pulled the Star Wars movie from the 2026 calendar, but you're never going to guess what they replaced it with. If lawsuits were professional athletes, Kanye would now have an entire football team, plus a water boy. Plus, the Sailor Man is trading in his spinach for human slaughter. All that and so much more coming up on the next episode.
And that is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is the Jim Colbert Show. Talking you down on your drive home. The Jim Colbert Show, weekdays at 3 on Real Radio 104.1.
From the Cool Today Weather Center, cooltoday.com.
I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Brooks Garner with your Fox 35 Central Florida forecast. Today, expect mostly sunny skies, the high 81. A really delightful start to this work week. Tomorrow will be nice, too, with highs in the low 80s. Then a strong cold front comes in on Wednesday, producing numerous showers and thunderstorms and some wind, and drops our temperatures down to the 40s at night by the end of this week, with highs only reaching the 60s for what will be hands down the coldest weather so far this season. From the Fox 35 Storm Team, I'm meteorologist Brooks Garner.
This report is sponsored by USPS Ground Advantage. Simple, affordable, reliable.
Every business faces challenges, but shipping shouldn't be one of them. Turn shipping to your advantage with USPS Ground Advantage from the United States Postal Service. Learn how at USPS.com/advantage. USPS Ground Advantage. Simple, affordable, reliable.
Is it a cold, allergies, or could it be a sinus issue? Aspire Allergy and Sinus can help you find out. A recent study has shown that 45% of patients who suffer from allergies also suffer from chronic sinus issues that are often left untreated. So ditch those nasal sprays and over-the-counter meds for good and find a solution that actually works. The specialists at Aspire Allergy and Sinus make it easy by identifying the problem and creating a custom plan to tackle it. Go to aspireallergy.com to schedule your appointment. That's aspireallergy.com.
Thank you for making Mercedes-Benz of South Orlando one of the premier luxury dealerships in Central Florida.
We are the official dealer of luxury, providing the ultimate VIP experience at a price you can afford. Call Monica Ventura at 689-319-7680. That's 689-319-7680. We guarantee you will be treated like VIP and nothing less. Across from the mall at Millennia.
Sunnyside Plumbing.
Yes, I've got a leaking...
To leave us a testimonial saying how happy you are with our service, press 1.
But you haven't even...
For all other inquiries, please hang up.
Wait, what?
Hang up and call Frank Gay. We're busy watching the game.
You know what? I think I will. When you have a leak, you need solutions on your schedule. A helpful expert who can find the problem and fix it fast. That's the Frank Gay way. FrankGayServices.com.
If you're living with dry age-related macular degeneration or dry AMD, you may be at risk for developing geographic atrophy or GA. GA can be unpredictable and progress rapidly, leading to irreversible vision loss. Now there's something you can do to
slow it down, get it going slower.
Izervay is proven to slow GA progression.
Izervay gets GA going slower.
Izervay or avacincaptad pagel is a prescription eye injection used to treat GA. Don't take it if you have an infection or active swelling in or around your eye. Izervay can cause eye infection, retinal detachment, or increased risk of wet AMD. Izervay may temporarily increase eye pressure. Your vision may be impaired after an eye injection or exam. Don't delay. Ask your doctor about Izervay today.
Izervay gets GA going slower.
Visit Izervay.com. That's IZERVAY.
Edu/Florida. If you're a business owner, driving sales is a priority. And the formula for marketing success? It's reach times response rate equals result. And no platform reaches the customers your business needs like radio. At iHeartMedia, we provide unmatched reach through our radio stations, podcasts, and digital streaming platforms. Maximize your results by driving response from our massive audience. Call 844-844-iHeart. Don't wait. Holiday shopping has already started. That's 844-844-iHeart.
If you're thinking about getting a Lenovo gaming computer, go straight to the source, Lenovo.com. Why? Because that's where you'll find the biggest savings on great gear, like the Legion Pro 5 gaming laptop and Legion Tower 7 Gen 8 gaming desktop. The best price on a Lenovo is at Lenovo.com, with PCs up to 53% off. So go directly to the source and save big this holiday. Lenovo.com.
Lenovo.
The holidays mean more travel, more shopping, and more personal info in more places that could expose you more to identity theft. That's why LifeLock monitors millions of data points every second. If your identity's stolen, their U.S.-based restoration specialists will fix it guaranteed or your money back. Don't face drained accounts, fraudulent loans, or financial losses alone. Get more holiday fun and less holiday worry with LifeLock. Save up to 40% your first year with promo code CLAY. Visit LifeLock.com. Terms apply.
Join in on the chaos. We eagerly await your dispatch. This
and beyond. And hello to you on a Monday as we cruise in to the end, believe it or not, of 2024. It's crazy to think about. Next week is Thanksgiving, and before you know it, we'll have Christmas popping up on us, and it's all happened so fast. I'm sure some of you were saying, no, not my 2024. No, it wasn't so fast. But it does feel like this year has flown by to me. As an adult, things just seem to do that sometimes. I don't know why. Sealand's living his best life over there, going to food festivals.
Yeah, why?
And then blackout drunk, forgetting a fight happened.
Get off me. I've remembered the fight happened. It was super boring.
All that build up too, you know. The best part about it was Mike Tyson's ass. Legitimately,
it was.
That made me laugh so hard. I was watching.
The funniest thing I've ever seen.
I go, oh my God, did that just happen? And they can do that stuff. I saw people online who were watching the Jake Paul, Mike Tyson fight, and they said, why aren't they cursing more? They can if they want. They could curse more because it's Netflix. They're not bound by FCC rules. I think they choose to maybe keep it family-ish friendly. Or
yes, family beating the crap out of each other. Events.
Boxing, family friendly, as close to that as you can get. Maybe they don't want to go all F-bombs, but there were some moments where it got a little bit edgier.
Maybe just half of them forgot that because they were not on real TV, that they could say whatever they want.
Sometimes you see the cameras and you think, we got to be professional around here. But they were able to do whatever they wanted. All right, let's get into it. Let's do the next episode.
Because there's a lot on TV. You can't possibly keep up with all of it, even though you should, because what else are you going to talk about?
I am a big, giant, hard...
Nothing. Weather's nice. It's time for the next episode with Sabrina. Hey.
I asked Elaine to grab a clip from me, or for me. So this.
What did I say after that in real time?
No clue. I was there for the nothing.
So there you have it. The opposite of nothing is that mortgage guy, Don. And that is not my intro song. So things are off to a rip-roaring start.
It's Monday.
I'm pissed about this settlement thing. I feel like I'm going to get in trouble. They
Why?
keep calling me out. They're like, you're not eligible. I'm like, I am eligible.
Mine went through fine. I didn't have a problem.
So you lied.
I didn't lie.
Hold up.
It said, did this affect your life in any way, or did you get robbed of time? And I said, yes, of course I did.
I said the same
That's robbing me of my time right now.
Yeah.
It's robbing you of this time, and maybe you might have to change your passwords to some things. And that's time right there. It would take up an extensive amount of time to secure.
You know what, counselor? You're right.
You know who's going to save you time? That mortgage guy, Don, especially when it comes to refinancing or buying your first dream home, perhaps comparing your quotes, because he has that right there on the website. It's very easy to do. Go to thatmortgageguyDon.com to get the process started.
Don't miss the boat, compare your quote with thatmortgageguyDon.com.
It was 46 years ago, 1978. The Reverend, by the name of Jim Jones, persuaded 900 of his followers to commit a little suicide.
Sewer slide.
Yeah. In Jonestown, on this day in the jungles of Guyana.
Guyana.
Is sewer slide the thing that you type out on Instagram so you don't get flagged?
Yeah. Slide.
Somebody got graped.
No, I just try to make suicide cute, a cutesy word. The members of the People's Temple cult suicided by drinking Fluoride. Unfortunately, Fluoride lost out on the decades of free advertising because someone done messed up and created the phrase, don't drink the Kool-Aid.
True.
Kool-Aid, a 5-cent package makes 2 quarts of.
And correct me if I'm wrong, Jim Jones was the only one who did not?
No, Jim Jones died too, I believe.
Did?
I think the whole thing started because a congressperson from the United States came over to see what was going on.
Too?
Yeah, they killed the congressperson at the airport, and then they said, oh no, they're going to send all of the officials here. We're in big trouble. And they said, all right, let's do it.
Time.
And they recorded the whole thing. It is brutal.
Yeah, very strange, but gave birth to the phrase, don't drink the Kool-Aid. And speaking of phrases, it was 44 years ago in 1980 that CBS banned a very interesting Calvin Klein jeans ad featuring Brooke Shields. I sent it over to you if you'd like to play.
All right, let me see. I'll bring this up.
I'll give you the reason why they banned it as soon as we watch it.
Hang on one sec.
Unless you can guess.
No, I'm working this up. Here it is.
Working what up?
This is Brooke Shields.
Sounds like Popeye.
I don't know why this would be banned yet.
There she is, Brookie.
Oh, my darling.
This is like so far the least revealing ad. So something must happen here. It must be a change.
He's a good whistler.
You want to know what comes between me and my Calvins? Nothing.
Calvin Klein jeans.
That's it?
Yeah.
It wasn't even that bad.
She was 15. So maybe that's...
okay. So
the reason why it was
commando no underwear joke is a little much for a 15-year-old. I would say
just a little bit. Also wild because that did not look 15 to me.
No,
but
she doesn't.
There you have it. Now back to present day. We had, of course, the big fight. What seemed to be the most popular thing to come out of it was, of course, Tyson's bare butt. That was pretty sweet, but most are saying the fight sucked. And I saw, and it has yet to be confirmed. I doubt it will ever be confirmed, but a lot of rumors started to swirl about the contract when it came to Mike Tyson and Jake Paul. The rumors of a clause banning Tyson's knockouts. Now, the highly anticipated showdown between Jake and Mike did arrive with the two set to, they did square off for 8 rounds, 2 minutes each.
Short rounds.
A lot of hugging. Now, as fans eagerly awaited, a lot of people especially after the fight was over with, they're like, well, it was in the clause that he could not go for any knockouts whatsoever. Another rumor was that in the clause, 58-year-old Tyson could not do his famous uppercuts. Now, I did see that Jake Paul tweeted out saying he could have knocked him out at any second, but he didn't want to hurt someone that didn't deserve to be hurt.
What?
I don't doubt that to be true because I thought he was going to knock him out early, and it seemed like he just wanted to stretch the fight out. But
he also bet on himself. Did you know that?
Oh, did he really?
Yep, he bet his entire $40 million on himself, raising the stakes for what promised to be an unforgettable match, which a lot of people forgot about.
So in the world of boxing, is that not looked at like it is for Pete Rose in the world of baseball?
Honestly, I think that there was a lot of stuff that was out of the ordinary for this fight in particular.
Yeah.
So a lot of rules off the table.
Oh, man. I don't know. That's crazy.
This is not crazy. As a matter of fact, I feel like we should have started a tally a long time ago, at least the beginning of the year. But Kanye West has yet another lawsuit.
I can't keep track, so I know he can't.
Yeah, he's facing allegations of performing inappropriate sexual acts and sharing explicit images of Kim Kardashian with a former employee in his latest lawsuit. Murphy Aficionado. He worked as a project manager for Kanye in 2022, now suing the rapper and fashion designer, claiming he acted inappropriately during work meetings. Now, this according to a report by the Rolling Stone. In the lawsuit, they recount an alleged incident in November of 2022, around the time my Cash App was not working.
True.
And it was at a hotel in Beverly Hills where they were called by Wes only to walk in and find the rapper shirtless, breathing heavily, and with his pants unbuttoned.
Okay.
Strike one. And as he entered the hotel room, he claims he noticed his wife, Bianca, engaged in sexual activity and attempted to leave. That's when Kanye West reportedly ordered him to sit down and stay put.
Okay.
And goes on.
Kanye
and on.
is the horniest man on the planet.
So
Number
strange.
one. Number two, when you talk about like, I know somebody was upset and maybe even suing over the fact that he kept showing this person nude photos of Kim Kardashian, and I thought to myself, shouldn't Kim Kardashian be suing over this? Shouldn't Kim Kardashian, like, if I'm with somebody and we exchange nude photographs, after we're not together anymore, I can't just show their photographs to everybody who I want to.
The whole thing about revenge porn.
Correct.
Yeah, I feel like that's a thing that like you shouldn't be able to do that to begin with.
It also just seems weird to be the kind of guy that like calls a lawyer and goes, I have a lawsuit to file. Kanye West was showing me too many nude photographs of Kim Kardashian. It just really, I require
And a lawyer
damages.
was like, absolutely, let's go to town. We'll get in line with all the other people suing Kanye West. I only have time for a couple more, and by that, I'm going to have to just get right through it. Disney has pulled, unfortunately, sorry, C-Lane, bad news, the Star Wars movie that was for the 2026 calendar. But great news, C-Lane. They did replace it with Ice Age 6.
Yes.
Is that a real thing?
That is, according to Geek Culture and a lot of other websites, that their articles were too long.
Ice Age has a little squirrel who's always chasing after the nut. And Sid. Yeah. I just lost track of that after the first one, I think.
Yeah, so that's not going to happen anymore. And then I saw something that they were going to do a whole other trilogy for Star Wars as well, but maybe it'll just be Ice Age 7, 8, and 9.
Possibly. They've been dialing back the amount of Star Wars because there's been a little saturated. But I'm really just waiting for Andor to come back.
You can't do a movie every single year and then a new series every 6 months. Even though that's such a dedicated fan base, at some point it becomes a little bit much, I think. And
well, I mean, you bought the IP, you have with it, what you want to do with it, you can. And there are a lot of the fan base that's still interested in exploring that universe. But some of the stuff that they've come out with, people just hate on constantly. Some of the biggest Star Wars fans are some of their biggest critics.
Yeah.
Well, how about instead of worrying about the Star Wars IP and what they're going to trash next, we just keep on going down the nostalgia lane.
All right.
And this seems to be a trend that is catching on with just about every IP that's available after, what is it, trademark, where that ends up, copyright is over. Either way, the new horror movie from your childhood characters is
Popeye.
It's a Popeye horror movie on the way. It's an evil Popeye menacing a bunch of counselors trying to open up a summer camp. It's supposed to be released the beginning of next year. Raunchy and a gory slasher film where Popeye is attacking all those counselors just trying to open up a summer camp. So, I don't know what the original premise of Popeye was besides saving Olive and eating spinach.
Do you know the song from your childhood?
Popeye the Sailor Man.
Popeye the Sailor Man. I live in a garbage can. I turned on the heat and I blew up my feet.
Oh.
Popeye the Sailor Man.
What is that PG-13 version of it? It's I turn on the heater, I blew off my wiener. That's the version
PG-13.
If that's the case, it should be blew off my Peter.
That's just how it was when I was a kid. I didn't make it up. I'm just bringing it to you guys.
Well, we'll see in January if he blows off any Peters or wieners.
All right.
That was a weird way to get into the boob tube. Football, baby. We have the Cowboys and the Texans. The Voice on NBC. Fall finale of Rescue High Surf on Fox. And the Making of Gladiator 2 on CBS. Catch Cher on Fallon and you. Follow your dreams. Send me on Instagram at Sabrina Ambra. Most importantly, stay with me, America.
Smoke weed every day.
Thank you, Sabrina. I saw at the box office this weekend, after all of those stories and all of these years, finally that Red One Rock Christmas movie dropped.
Still got number one?
It got number one, but that cost $250 million to make that movie. I don't know. And you remember all the stories of The Rock peeing in bottles and there's fighting going on behind the scenes. And the crazy thing is, even though it's kind of a flop because of how much money it costs, The Rock can say he had 2 consecutive number one movies because Moana 2 is obviously going to get first place. That one's going to print money at the box office and be massive. But it's just another one of these movies where people don't want these big bloated films as much as they used to. They want something different. Movie? It's a movie about Santa Claus, as far as I know, and yeah, it's a Christmas movie, and it's got some pretty big stars in it. It just did not land with enough people to get a really big open, even though it did get first place. Okay, we got a lot of your emails rolling in. We got RFK eating McDonald's and people giving him all kinds of crap for that. We got the Menendez brothers update. Joe Biden wanders into the jungle. There's a lot happening. It's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Your chance to win tickets to see the Tampa Bay Buccaneers all season long on our Instagram at Real Radio 1041.
From the Goldsmith Jewelry Shop Traffic Center. Best holiday selection, lowest prices.
Traffic is slowing down at the intersection where Vine Street meets John Young Parkway. There's slowdowns on I-4 in the Champions Gate area, off-ramp backup from the Greenway southbound to Colonial Drive. An earlier accident where Balboa Drive meets Hastings Street. Just travel with caution on the roadways this afternoon. And if you see traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Reddi-wip. Topping off a dessert or swirling it onto hot cocoa.
Ready Whip is here to whip up some holiday cheer. Ready Whip is made with real cream, so pick up a can or two. Ready Whip.
Sponsored by the Nickley Group with Keller Williams Realty. Get a guaranteed cash offer on your home at thenickley.com.
Men, if you're suffering from erectile dysfunction or PE, Premier Men's Medical Center will get your sex life back in just one visit. Their painless, breakthrough medical treatments eliminate ED and PE. Here's a specialist in men's health.
I'm Dr. Simovitz. Have Viagra or Cialis let you down? Premier Men's Medical Center offers the most effective treatments that eliminate ED and PE, with men lasting longer than ever. 98% of patients see instant results on their first visit.
Premier Men's Medical Center's breakthrough treatments will restore your sex life regardless of age or medical history. Your consultation and first treatment are free. Plus, you'll see instant results in the office. Plus, qualified patients will have their testosterone checked free. Call 407-337-5569. 407-337-5569. To regain your sex life in just one visit, call now. 407-337-5569.
How long have you been thinking about going solar? With power bills soaring higher and higher than ever, it's time to think about what you can save instead of what you're spending. Each year you wait, you could be losing thousands. This year alone, prices have jumped over 10%. Isn't it time you own your own power or solar source? With over 40 years in business, Solar Source has over 60,000 installations right here in Central Florida. They've had the same phone number since 1984. It's no wonder this company is the one I trust. I started with a pool heater solar, and now I'm thrilled that Solar Source has a pay-as-you-go system. I can save monthly, and it starts at $99. That's solarsource.com/monsters.
Victim of a slip and fall? It takes one phone call to take back control of your life. Anajar and Levine will fight to get you the compensation you deserve. Call me, Mark Anajar, for a free consultation. 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
In Office Orlando. These days, everything in Orlando costs more. But a single line at Verizon doesn't. Get one line for as low as $50 per month when you switch and bring your phone. So, while coffee is definitely costing more, here at Verizon, you can save. And dinner for two has gotten pricey. Verizon, less pricey. Kissimmee rent, that's not coming down. But Verizon, down. One line for just $50 a month. That designer Golden Doodle, so much more. But Verizon, a fair bit less. Even a good old tried and true hamburger will cost you more. But with Verizon, the same tried and true service is now just $50 per month for a single line on unlimited welcome with autopay plus taxes and fees. Point is, in a world that is always costing more, you can get more for less right now at an Orlando Verizon store. $15 promo credits applied over 36 months with a new line on unlimited welcome. In times of congestion, unlimited 5G, 4G LTE may be temporarily slower than other traffic. Domestic data roaming at 2G speeds. Additional terms apply.
If you're a business owner, driving sales is a priority. And the formula for marketing success? It's reach times response rate equals result. And no platform reaches the customers your business needs like radio. At iHeartMedia, we provide unmatched reach through our radio stations, podcasts, and digital streaming platforms. Maximize your results by driving response from our massive audience. Visit iHeartAdvertising.com. Don't wait. Holiday shopping has already started. That's iHeartAdvertising.com.
Do you have AC needs? Turn to the experts at Carrier. Go to millsair.com.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind Studios. Why Kaufman and Lind? Because you deserve better. Contact them at whenyouneedus.com or dial pound 546 on your cell phone. This is WTKS FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Home of the world famous Game of Magnets. This is the news.
And also, you can email the show at any time. All you have to do is send an email to tips, T-I-P-S, at thenewsjunkie.com. The News Junkie with an I-E on the end. And if you want to be anonymous, put that right up on top of the email. One thing that had people going nuts this weekend was a photograph. And I'll bring this up for those of you on the stream. I'll describe it for everybody else. It was a photograph on Trump's plane. and it's of the crew. I guess this is the new crew. Trump Jr. is there. Donald Trump is there. Elon Musk, who is still hanging out with Trump. He was at the MMA fight.
Can I come, you guys?
He's just tagging along. And RFK Jr., they're all in this photo, and they are, as is Trump's wont many times, eating McDonald's. So they're all eating McDonald's on the plane. And one thing people are bringing up is the kind of fake smile in the photograph from RFK Jr., who is a big health guy.
Tan.
Look at his face.
Crisp.
He's like,
I don't even know how to hold this thing.
He's got a Coca-Cola in front of him, and he's got some McDonald's in front of him. And there's two things that have happened with this photograph. One, it's triggered a bunch of you, and now I'm going to come for your lunch. All right, friends? Because a lot of you will be like, look at these losers eating McDonald's. There was a whole bunch of people like, look at these guys are such trash. They're eating McDonald's. Listen here, you classist asshole. McDonald's is plenty fine for you to eat every once in a while. And let's do a search on this, C-Lane, if you can. What percentage of American families eat at McDonald's at least once a year? It's got to be 25%, maybe more than that. This is one of those things where somebody's talking down their nose to everybody else and going, oh, they're eating McDonald's. And you're like, yeah, normal Americans eat McDonald's sometimes. Not as much as Trump, but sometimes at the very least.
I love McDonald's. I worked there for 30 minutes.
What
I love
percent
a
do you
cheap
think it is?
McDonald's. I would guess 25 plus.
All right. Sabrina?
I'm not close. I'm not close. I can tell.
I'll go 10%.
Business Insider says that 85% of Americans eat McDonald's food at least once a year.
85%.
Holy cow, man. That's crazy. So almost everybody goes to McDonald's at least once a year.
And from a different data firm, Numerator, that says nearly 9 in 10 U.S. households, or 87%, visited a McDonald's at least once in the year ending June 30th, 2024.
Dang.
Yeah, so coming down on McDonald's is coming down on America. Everybody has a little McDonald's every once in a while. And the other thing is, like, this is the guy from Health and Human Services, and he's mowing down on McDonald's. Okay, you can be healthy and have these things every once in a while, as long as you're not eating as much McDonald's as Trump is. He
I
really
want fries so bad now.
I mean, it looks
he
like
leans on him.
To me, it looks like he's mowing down on a lot of McDonald's. I mean, if you zoom in, he's got at least 2 sandwiches there.
A little product placement on Junior's part.
That's really the only thing that rubs me the wrong way is Don Jr. with a stupid smile.
Look, Dad, I ate all my fries.
I got an extra large fry.
Can I stay on the plane?
The thing that nobody made mention of is every one of these dudes is rolling the dice with a quarter pounder in the middle of a catastrophic event for McDonald's where people are getting sick from the quarter pounders.
That's old news. We've moved on to baby carrots now, Sean.
I did see that. Somebody emailed about that, actually. They said there's a huge recall for baby carrots. What am I supposed to do?
It's everywhere. I mean, the list as well that they give you, it doesn't like straight up say Target or Walmart or Publix.
It just says carrots?
You have to be familiar with their like Publix brand, generic brand, organic brand. It's like 365, wholesome, Greenwise. I'm like, oh
so
my
it's
God.
everybody.
Where can you get damn baby carrots?
Well, this guy, Nate, emailed us, and he said to tipsofthenewsjunkie.com, I got a call from Costco about a recent purchase I made for 6 pounds of carrots. It's now recalled because of E. coli from the FDA. Out of that 6-pound bag, I have 2 carrots left. I bought this back in October, and finding out now about the possible contamination. Am I screwed, says Nate. Well, wouldn't he be sick by now? So he's probably not screwed. You're probably okay if you ate that many and you only have 2 left, I would think. But I guess they're reaching out to everybody. That's the next big recall here. But these guys are going for
That's
it.
a big part of Thanksgiving.
Carrots? Yeah. It's a bad time for that to be at issue. What are you saying, Celine?
Another thing that is kind of catching my eye about this picture, and I'm
doesn't care about the baby carrots.
I'm going to need... I know I'm obsessed with the McDonald's thing. I'm like really looking into this. Because on Trump's plate, something looks familiar. And I need like the McDonald's aficionado to chime in on this because it looks like he might have one of the most controversial McDonald's items that you could eat for lunch or dinner.
One is I see two things. One is a quarter pounder box, and that's easily identifiable. The other is a
scroll down
blue
a little bit?
The other's got some blue on it. Nobody else has any blue on theirs.
This is Trump's right here.
Yeah, I think that's a Filet-O-Fish.
Oh, is it really?
I think it might be.
I think I've heard of him mowing those down. So he's going Filet-O-Fish and quarter pounder.
Yeah,
double up. That's a lot in one meal, man. And he doesn't use. If you look here, he does not use the McDonald sauces. He's got his own little mini condiment stacked up in front of him, whereas everybody else has the little dippers. The
All right,
side
now that
things.
you're so zoomed in, though, go to Don Jr. again.
Here.
Hey, look at my fries.
Hey, McDonald's.
He's really posing for the
half
McDonald's.
of them already.
What's Trump drinking? Is my man drinking a Sunkist over here? What is it's an orange drink that he's got here
Is that
in the background?
Orangina?
I don't know.
Also, are those classified documents that they're just going to have some orange soda over?
Probably.
Hopefully. You know what you can't see, and I find to be so funny? His phone is right there. Trump's locked phone screen photo is of himself, which is funny to me. His phone screen home photo is a picture of himself.
His grandkids, nothing.
No, it's him pointing back at the camera. I'm like, damn, that's a brazen move right there. I'd get some heat if I did that, I think. All right, let's see what we got here. Let's work into some dispatches. That's how you join us on the show. Oh, yeah, let's keep things bipartisan. Let's go over to what Joe Biden is doing. Because
ice cream.
He went to view the rainforest. He is viewing the rainforest and giving a speech. And after
Where do
this
you guys
speech
do the packages?
that he gave, not that Amazon, the actual Amazon. Looks lush, right? Looks like the set of Survivor or something behind Joe Biden.
I also love that he put on his rainforest gear for the press conference.
He's ready to go.
Bring the podium, but I'm unbuttoning that top button.
It just got kind of weird, and it looks like he lives in the rainforest now because he finished his speech, he waved,
bye,
and he just wandering into the jungle.
It looks like Jeff Probst just put his torch out.
He goes into the wilderness. Here he goes.
Also, someone had a full maraca.
I don't know what that was. That had something to do with this presentation, but you could hear that.
As someone who loves to write comedy sketches, the real life is taking over all the funny.
Yeah.
Like, you cannot write this stuff. I have nothing left because it's actually happening.
If SNL did this, they would do it this way. Right off into the woods.
You know what?
And no one's there to handle him. They're like, I guess we'll see where he goes.
He lives in the forest now.
You know what SNL touched on a lot that the three of us commented about when we saw the footage of President-elect Trump meeting with Joe Biden in the White House, in the Oval Office? What did we comment on?
The edge of their seats, man spreading?
Nope, it was between them, behind them.
Oh, the fire.
The gigantic fire.
The fire was
the
roaring.
gargantuan fire. And
that was a hot fire.
Yeah.
That was peak heat.
I think Weekend Update said they were burning the rest of the confidential documents.
I saw so many people making mention of how Biden was like smiling the whole time. And they're like, look, he's happy. You know who he voted for. He secretly voted for Trump.
Yeah,
he's getting back at all these people. I'm like, people are reading a lot into this. I think he was trying to just do a juxtaposition of, hey, when my party loses, we shake hands and we get out of here. Even though we called you a lot of terrible things in the run-up to this election, we still go, all right, here you go. Keys go over to you now.
But I also left a poo-poo in the toilet tank.
Might be. Could be. You never know what's going to happen on the way out. But they have a couple of months left. It's so weird how we do this.
I wonder what his prank's going to be.
They might do something. You don't hear much about it. With just the George W. Bush one that we spoke about was the only one that I really remember. But I know they do something each time. Okay, a couple of emails real quick. Tips at thenewsjunkie.com. Somebody says, as a person who grew up doing Brazilian jiu-jitsu, this is Kevin, and fighting since I was 8, I agree with Sabrina. I enjoy watching professional women who know how to fight, but a street fight between two girls with hair pulling is hard to watch, says Kevin. Thank you for the email. And Danny emails the show. He says, Sean, I have a question that I haven't heard anybody talk about just yet, and I know you're always in tune with these things. Matt Gaetz resigned from Congress when Trump nominated him to Attorney General. What happens if he doesn't get through the approval process? Is he just out of politics, says Danny? Well, there's theories galore on this, but the one that seems just glaringly obvious to me is, as we made mention on the show, he had a huge ethics report that was about to come out about him and some teenage girl and all sorts of other behavior, drugs and parties and all these things that Matt Gaetz was alleged to have been involved in. And the timing was real suspect because that was supposed to come out a few days after he drops out. And it's a very convenient slide out of Congress for him that he can go, I'll slide out. Hopefully they don't release this report because that's, policy. They usually don't release it. They could if they wanted to, but I don't think they're going to. And he gets away from that controversy. And then he tries to see if he can get attorney general, which he might not be able to do because Republicans don't like the guy. And then if he doesn't get that, if he doesn't get those votes, come on. You know what's going on. This guy's going to end up on one of the TV networks, or he'll go do a YouTube podcast about politics like some of these folks do. It'll be that. It'll be that his career in Congress is over for at least now, but he'll still be around as a figure, just like so many of them are. And Eric emails. He says, interesting story here about a town in which an employee stopped adding fluoride for years in Richmond, Vermont. And he sends a 2022 article from NPR. I remember this story. This guy was against fluoride in Vermont, and he just secretly, slowly started lowering the fluoride in the water until they got it down to some very low level.
It's so weird that one person could do that.
Yeah.
That one person could go, I don't really like this fluoride stuff. I'm just going to turn the knob down ever so slightly, and then there won't be any. There just won't be fluoride in the water in this town.
People get weirded out about stuff like this, and they get weirded out by things that are not natural, which is kind of strange because all of us eat this stuff with preservatives and bad stuff all the time. Almost without exception, people eat this stuff. And mostly I think this is attributed to people not knowing much about food or science or anything like that, honestly.
And a lot of stuff that have not been told. Like you think you know, and then you have independent studies, but imagine all of the stuff that is behind closed doors, proprietary information.
Yeah, I'm talking about more how if you go up to people on the streets, I've seen this done before, and they'll say, did you know, what did they say? What do they call it? Like deoxyhydro. They explain the H2O in water, and they're like, there's hydrogen in the water supply. Have you heard about this? There's hydrogen in the water supply, and you're like, oh, it's H2O, obviously. Right. And people don't know enough about anything.
Oh, you're talking about dihydrogen oxide?
Yeah. It'll be like dihydrogen oxide is in the water supply. People go, what? I'm not drinking that. I can't do that. This is out of control. What's happening here? So people just don't seem to know a lot about that.
I remember always hearing back in school, there was some high schooler that got the #1 ribbon at the science fair because they did a whole report on and made people scared and got people almost sign petitions to try and get the dihydrogen oxide, the dangerous dihydrogen oxide, banned.
Oh, God, people are dumb. Let's go over to DeLand Man with a dispatch. Here we go.
Good afternoon, News Junkie. I have to say, Filet-O-Fish, that's my go-to. And I know, and I know that there's controversy around that because it's just not everybody's cup of tea. But for whatever reason, for me, consistency-wise, the Filet-O-Fish is the consistent McDonald's sandwich. Now, people may choose to disagree, but I feel like my Filet-O-Fish is always going to be good. And it's kind of a mixed bag with some of the other things. Anyway, I know it's a nothing comment, but hope you guys have a great day.
Don't do that again.
We'll take it. We'll take it, sir. We'll take whatever dispatches
I've
you
been
have.
on the record as saying I very much like the Filet-O-Fish.
I've never tried it.
I've had plenty of them. I do think it's weird that they chose not to put a slice of cheese on it, but a half slice of cheese. Where did they figure out?
They want you to enjoy the whole fish.
I guess the half slice is a weird move.
Cheese on fish is a weird move. Honestly, I don't know that I've had
through
it.
A drive-through is a weird move.
Yeah, I'm just used to it, so it's not weird for me because we had Buds growing up. Have you guys ever have a Buds? Buds chicken and seafood? Was that a thing that you guys had?
I don't think I did.
No, we didn't have that.
We had a Buds, and my dad loved Buds, so once every 2 weeks or so we'd go, and my dad he wasn't scared to order anything off that menu.
But I also love Long John Silver's.
I can't do that, man. I can't bring myself to do that.
Wait. How is that different from Bud's?
It's not. I know it's not different. But for some reason, in my head, I just think, what was the journey these fish were on? What brought them through the water?
I believe Long John Silver was at sea, the yellow raincoat.
He sounds
and then
legit.
He came back to the land.
I think you're thinking of a different fish purveyor.
Okay.
I think that's Gordon. I'm not sure. I do know a lot about
The only Long John Silver I've seen half a Pizza Hut to it. So I'm like, don't mix those things up, please. Thank you.
That's true. When they start doing too many things in one location, I'm questioning it. You're up to too many menus in there. Here's Douglas with the dispatch.
Hey, News Junkies.
Hey.
Sean, I know you're not a sports guy, but you've had to see the Trump dance take over the sports world this weekend.
I have, yes.
Hope it continues. Wiggle, wiggle, pop, pop.
So people in the NFL, when they're scoring touchdowns and when they're celebrating, they've taken to doing that little Trump dance, that little thing that he does where he kind of acts like he has some maracas in his hand, but they're invisible. He shakes around, and that's the new NFL celebration. Somebody got fined for it. Celine, can you look up Trump dance fine? Because one of the guys got fined for doing that dance, and I forgot how much it was, but you'll be able to see it. Let me know when you bring that up.
There's a couple things that came through. Not, I didn't see the Trump dance one, but I saw a player did the ray gun dance from the Olympics.
Perfectly, I saw that side by side with ray gun
on point. And then was it a basketball player that got fined $100,000 for saying no homo?
Yes, that was. Hang on, I'll try to bring this up. Tell me if you can find that fine story, C-Lane.
LaMelo Ball was fined $100,000 for no homo.
Okay.
Oh, that's oh my gosh, we've talked about him before. The Ball family. Wasn't there like shoes or some
the
controversy?
Brothers. Here he is right here. This was the moment.
You said that last play when he took the shot? Yeah, we loaded up. No homo. That's what we wanted. Put the hand up.
So he did the no homo thing, and he got fined how much for that?
$100,000. But
damn.
Is loading up a gay thing?
I don't know. It didn't seem like a line where you would say no homo to me, honestly. Maybe
what
he
if
just does this
homo?
with his friends.
Would he have gotten fined?
I don't know.
So homo.
Have to
we
try
all
that
banged
next
each
week.
other. Super homo.
That seems like this is like a locker room thing, but $100,000 is steep for that. Holy cow. All right, we are going to take a quick break. When we come back, some drama in the cable TV news world. Also, we've got to talk about there's something else that's happening in the run-up to Trump taking office that's definitely worth mentioning. And an email that I want to read because it'll be important for an event we have coming up. So all of that is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real radio. It is.
Monsters in the morning.
There's a look that he has that's that F-boy look. And
What's an F-boy?
The F stands for F.
Oh. So would Ryan be an F-boy?
No.
Oh, how about me? Am I an F-boy?
No.
Yeah,
the F
okay, you didn't say it so quick, Angelique. But,
The Monsters in the morning.
Real radio 104.1.
Traffic is starting to slow down on I-4 between US 27 and after State Road 429. You could expect your regular delays in the Lake Buena Vista area on I-4. Intersection backups where Vine Street meets John Young Parkway. On-ramp backup from Colonial Drive to State Road 429 southbound. Just travel with caution on the roadways this afternoon. If you see traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Morgan & Morgan Injury Law Firm.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. For over 35 years, we've grown by offering our clients more offices, more lawyers, and recovering more than $20 billion. Injured? The choice is easy. Morgan & Morgan. Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Kick off Christmas with our iHeartRadio Holiday Special, hosted by Mario Lopez. A night of holiday fun, music, and special moments. Hear it on the free iHeartRadio app's Holiday Seasons Radio. Wednesday, November 27th at 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 Pacific.
An official message from Medicare. Before you dive into the holidays, compare all your options during Medicare open enrollment. Compare at Medicare.gov. Open enrollment ends December 7th. Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
A noisy garage door is a cry for help that often requires only simple maintenance. Hi, I'm Tommy Mello from A1 Garage Door Service. Don't wait until a simple garage door repair becomes a major problem. Call A1 Garage Door Service today.
A1 from day one.
Hey, it's that mortgage guy, Don. Good news. Mortgage rates have improved again this week. Get your quote for a refinance to lower payments or get cash out at thatmortgageguyDon.com.
With thatmortgageguyDon.com.
We've all made questionable decisions in life, like that time that you frosted the tips of your hair. But hiring an attorney shouldn't be. I'm Orlando attorney Mo DeWitt, and we offer a 100% satisfaction guarantee on all injury cases. If you are not completely satisfied with the way we treat you in your case within the first 30 days, you can take your file back and you owe us nothing. No fees, no costs, and no questions asked. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Visit justcallmo.com.
Greetings from Daytona, where a band of dreamers took a strip of beach and turned it into a proving ground. The great American race, where year after year, greatness is the destination. So book your experience and soak in 500 miles of history and tradition. The Daytona 500, February 16th, 2025. Secure your seats now at Daytona500.com.
As a founding partner of iHeart Women's Sports Network, Capital One wants to help you hear more about today's top female athletes. Learn more about your favorite teams and keep more money in your wallet with no fees or minimums on checking accounts and no overdraft fees. Just ask the Capital One bank guy. It's pretty much all he talks about. In a good way. Capital One, what's in your wallet? Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com/bank for details. Capital One, N.A. member FDIC.
What's up, everybody? It's Peter Schrager. We're back for the season with Peter Schrager. In each episode, I'm going to take you inside and behind the scenes of the conversations that happen at the highest levels of NFL franchises. We're bringing the top GMs, top coaches. We're going to give you the story behind the story that you're probably not getting anywhere else. Each week, I'll bring you conversations on the inside and give you the chance to get to know your favorite personalities in a different way. Listen to The Season with Peter Schrager on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Open your free iHeart app and search The Season to start listening.
Catch the hottest holiday party in town this December. A Berry Countess Christmas starring Luann de Lesseps is coming to the Hard Rock Event Center at Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino Tampa on Sunday, December 8th. Expect plenty of music, mischief, laughter, and fun. For tickets and more information, visit Ticketmaster.com or HardRockTampa.com. Nobody does Christmas like Countess Luann. Don't miss everybody's favorite Real Housewife performing live, only at Seminole Hard Rock Tampa.
This is car accident attorney Jeff Kaufman with the injury law firm of Kaufman Lind. If you hire an attorney solely based off a commercial, you might as well just flip a coin. My advice is simple. Check out their Google reviews. Find out how long they've been practicing law, and actually call them before you sign anything. We're talking about your future. It's important. If you or someone you know is ever in a car, truck, or motorcycle accident, contact us at whenyouneedus.com or dial 407-500-JEFF. Offices, Orlando.
Attention. If you suffer from consistent pain in your joints caused by arthritis, overuse, or injury, you may be a candidate for a revolutionary therapy that could revitalize damaged tissue. This approach can provide long-lasting relief from pain in your knees, shoulders, hips, and other joints with no surgery, no drugs, and no downtime. To find out if you're a viable candidate, you may request a free consultation from QC Kinetics by calling 689-305-2853. Instead of masking the symptoms, it goes to the root of the problem to resolve it at its source. Already used by thousands of satisfied patients nationwide, this joint pain therapy is available right now to the public, but only for qualified candidates. Again, to find out if you're a viable candidate for this therapy, you may request a free consultation by calling QC Kinetics at 689-305-2853. That's 689-305-2853.
Point. Hey, you okay? You don't normally miss those shots.
I just haven't been as regular lately, and it's making me feel sluggish.
You should try Metamucil. It's been a game changer for me. Metamucil's plant-based psyllium fiber helps trap and remove the waste that weighs you down. Ace, you're moving better than you were last week.
Definitely.
Metamucil keeps you moving. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Learn more at Metamucil.com.
Mills Air in business since 1992. That's over 30 years here in Central Florida. They're not going anywhere. Carrier factory authorized dealer. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier. Equipment change-outs and upgrades right now with up to $1,275 in rebates. Visit millsair.com.
Hey guys, I'm Kate Max. You might know me from my popular online series, The Running Interview Show, where I run with celebrities, athletes, entrepreneurs, and more. After those runs, the conversations keep going. That's what my podcast, Post Run High, with iHeartRadio is all about. Listen to Post Run High on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Open your free iHeart app and search Post Run High and start listening.
Forever at the crossroads between viral news and total chaos.
And more emails rolling in on a Monday. I'll take those. That's fine, too. If you don't want to get your voice on the show, that's fine. I get it. If you don't want to send us a video so we can't see you, I'm a little upset with you because I'd like to see you. I like to see inside your world.
We want to see your face, man.
But I understand. You can always get in touch with the show by sending an email, tips@thenewsjunkie.com. If you want to be anonymous, just put that right on top. People are incensed by something they should be happy over. And that is this My Chemical Romance tour. While I take mild issue with some of the bands that are playing along with My Chemical Romance at certain dates, I would love to see this show. I think it's great.
Same. It'll be sold out in 2 seconds.
Fans started freaking out, and there was a backlash this weekend. And it's over what you think it's over. Same thing every time. It's the price of concert tickets. It is incredibly expensive to go to a concert these days. It is just really pricey.
God. I am going to Pink tonight with my girlfriend and her mom.
This is a rescheduled show, isn't it? I recall this for some reason, like it was supposed to be earlier.
I believe so. So this is over at Camping World Stadium. Those not in town. It's it's a giant stadium. One, very curious how she's going to fly through it without a roof.
Yeah,
but
she puts on a crazy show.
So I was able to get tickets, but I'm, day of seeing if there's anything closer. And all of a sudden it pops up. It's like $40 tickets. And I go, that is insane. Wait. And it's close to the stage on the floor. Then you click it and it's like video view only.
Oh, it's obstructed. Okay.
No, but so obstructed that you will not see the stage. You're only there to look at the screen.
Feed.
Oh, that's lame.
And I'm like, but we're still going to sell those? And people are going to not click or just get excited.
That's
and it
weird.
pains me.
Would this be behind the stage, possibly?
It's right next to, to the left and right of the stage.
Okay.
Which, there must be something blocking it, obviously. And then there's like a dance section.
Mm-hmm.
And you go to click that, and it's like video view only. I get it, but I just feel like people are going to get fooled into that.
Oh, Sheryl Crow's opening.
Yeah,
that's
dude.
cool.
I'm pumped for that.
That's a good show. How much did your tickets cost?
They were up in my email from the lovely promo department here at
Okay, all right. What were they supposed to cost? You know?
If you were, compared, nearby is in the hundreds for sure.
Okay,
if
everything's
you want to
over
get a floor
100.
seat, 1,000.
Literally everything is over 100 now. It's how much these damn concerts cost. And this one for what's it called?
Pink.
My Chemical Romance is the one I was talking about. Their 2025 North American tour. People are saying, "Oh my God, tickets are $695. This is nasty work. Count your days, My Chemical Romance." But those are the prime seats. These are the absolute best seats in the house. They have tickets starting at $63 for My Chemical Romance. So
in the
that's
nosebleed.
Yeah, it isn't a good seat. You're right, but at least they have an option that's not insane.
I don't know,
for
man.
these shows.
Within it's like not even back in my day. 10 years ago, I was like, we were paying what I thought a pretty penny for great seats, and that was in the 300 range.
Mm-hmm.
Now you're paying $400 for second, third tier.
Yeah.
How does anyone afford this? They can. It's the people who gobble them up to resell.
Is one problem. And then they got sometimes they do the dynamic pricing based on demand, which makes the tickets go up for Ticketmaster. And I'll tell you again, I've told you this a lot of times. When you see the bands out there on the road and some performer will go, "This is unbelievable, Ticketmaster, F Ticketmaster." The performers are almost always in on the ticket prices. And the extra fees, they usually get some money from the fee side of things. It doesn't all go to Ticketmaster.
Much.
Yeah, huh? Remember when we've done this? Every time they're like, "What do you want the fee to be?" I mean,
because we've also expressed our concern about how ridiculous fees were and how they were attached to our event.
That wasn't Ticketmaster, though. That was at the Plaza
He's vested with Ticketmaster.
No,
you could see it right now.
Hold on. I'm not at all, actually. No. What I'm saying is Ticketmaster and the artist are all fully aware of what's going on. And when you're performing at a venue, we've done this before with Ticketmaster, we will say, and the times we've used Ticketmaster, we'll say, we want that fee to be as low as possible. Then it's just Ticketmaster's fee. But the artists can and often do put extra fees on there that go to the artist. And they agree or don't agree to whether their tickets will have dynamic pricing. So what I'm saying is it's not a unilateral thing that Ticketmaster is doing. It's something that the performers are in on most times.
It's weird. I'm looking at this pink thing because I was curious what the prices were. And this GA dance floor,
yeah,
it looks like a place where you should be able to see the stage. So it's weird that it says video view
tickets,
only.
Yeah.
But it's like, I guess it's behind the front of house mix. So maybe that's a rather large tent or something that would be blocking your view of the stage. There are some tickets that are like the opposite side of where the stage is, pretty much where I sat for Paul McCartney. They're like $40.
Yeah.
And I enjoyed Paul McCartney. It was great.
Yeah,
and then I think, if she's going to fly, she might be flying to that zone.
Yeah.
If she's doing that stuff, which she does for all of her shows, and you would think that was going to happen here, she has a way of making every seat seem like it gets some attention at some point in time. It's not just a performer on the stage. People are saying Sheryl Crow's very good live, by the way.
I saw her at Bonnaroo a couple years ago, and it was incredible.
It's just so expensive.
Awesome.
It's all these shows are so expensive now. Christina on
still
Twitch
hot
says,
too. Sheryl Crow looking good.
Pit tickets used to be the cheapest because people did not want to be there with us crazies, but now pit tickets are like $800 to $1,000. Jesus, man. Oh, that is a lot of money. It's just kind of where things are right now. So My Chemical Romance getting some heat for those expensive prices. Let us know how you feel about it. Go to thenewsjunkie.com. I mentioned something happening before Trump goes to Washington and goes into the White House. And I've seen this story. Oh, whoops, hang on. Almost accidentally tweeted something that I did not want to tweet.
Ooh, what was it?
No,
Was it
Googling.
no homo? It was no homo, wasn't
no
it?
homo.
Yeah, will you try to type that in?
Yeah.
I was such a boomer. I was trying to Google something, but I was typing it in as a post on.
Oh my gosh! No, then it could have been no homo. Like if you were trying to
so
find
embarrassing.
that story and you typed that in to find how much the fine was, and you just tweeted it instead.
It was
I
so
dare
grandma. Here's what I was going to talk about. Right now, they said at Mar-a-Lago, President Trump's estate right now, there's robot dogs that are patrolling the grounds, and these guys are just wandering around for extra security at Mar-a-Lago. The spot dogs, you might know them.
What are they supposed to do?
From Boston Dynamics. They don't have weapons, and they can be controlled remotely or automatically. So they do like a route that it goes on, and it says "Do not pet." They wander around. I don't know that they're going to actually do too much here, but they're saying they are safeguarding the president-elect with these robot dogs at Mar-a-Lago, and they won't give you any additional answers because that would put at risk the security of the president-elect. You cannot do that.
A robot squirrel doesn't run by.
These robot dogs are going to be useless. If you don't give them a gun, what are they supposed to do? Somebody just tip it over. Knock over the dog, and then you move on with their day. That's no good. You don't want that to happen. All right, what we are going to do now. Oh, I saw somebody tweeted this out, speaking of Twitter. You always got to think about how bad you have it versus everybody else. And we got real lucky, it looks like, with this. Hurricane Laura is not going to be a big deal for us. Sarah, sorry.
Who's
Hurricane
Laura?
Excuse me, my apologies. Hurricane Sarah is not going to be a huge event for us at all. It'll probably just be a little bit of rain. and our hurricane season is basically over. But this guy, Paul Delgado from Fox, he did this animation, and he said, as bad as our hurricane season was, and it was bad, the Philippines have been hit by 4 typhoons in 10 days. And it's just an animated graph of the weather radar as in 10 days, 4 different typhoons, which is, a hurricane for them, hit the Philippines, just shellacking them one after another after another.
And no one's talked about it.
No, I haven't heard a peep about this because it's not happening in America. We're like, good luck. Deal with it over there. So count your lucky stars. That's not happening to you right now. Some quick cleanup work here. Nobody, as of yet, is going to be fined for that Trump dance that people are doing in the NFL, which, if you haven't seen it, I guess is all over the place. Here's one of the players who did this. They score, and they go over it. They do the little Trump dance. This is like a little tut-tut dance. And that one right there. And they're saying that the NFL is considering whether or not they're going to ban the dance, but there hasn't been anybody who's been sued over this just yet.
Why
So
they call it the
do
No
any
Fun
celebration?
League?
No, I think the issue would be that it's political, and everybody hated politics when Colin Kaepernick was doing his thing, and I think rightfully so, said let's keep politics out of sports. We don't need this
Did
thrust
some
forward.
quarterback just wear a MAGA hat during the post-game
He
interview?
did. He got fined, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, he got fined.
There was a tweet about one of the players that did the Trump dance. It says, Bosa and the Niners D just hit the Trump dance after a sack. The NFL can't fine him for that American flag emoji. And what that apparently was in reference to was the guy, star pass rusher, hit with a fine of $11,255 for wearing a Make America Great Again hat in support of Trump. And it was like a uniform rule.
Fines for the NBA are way worse than the NFL fines.
I think it depends on what you do.
No homo from the basketball player we were talking about, Ball, was $100,000 plus. That's a lot. They probably got some serious penalties for stuff. All right, we're going to take a break. We're going to come back with jury duty.
That was a lot of sports,
I said,
guys. Good for us.
There's many sports packed right into there. And we got an email coming in from Ashley that we need to talk about. We've got Missouri cops are going to be in jury duty and a lot more before we wrap things up today. This coming up next in the News Junkie.
This weekend, Real Radio 104.1 smells like the 90s. Classic alternative this weekend.
But thanks to Justin Herbert and Jim Harbaugh, they're pushing through tough games. With Harbaugh at the helm, LA finally has the right culture builder, and for several years, they've had the right quarterback as they continue their ascent in the AFC. I'm Colin Cowherd.
Coming down with something and don't know what it is? Know now at MD Now. Their physician-led team can test for, diagnose, and treat a variety of illnesses. Just walk in or use their convenient web check-in. Visit mdnow.com and get back to better.
Kick off the holiday season at Light Up Mount Dora on Saturday, November 23rd in downtown Mount Dora as more than 2 million twinkling holiday lights light up the city. Bring the family and celebrate the season with live music, waterfront fireworks, the annual Christmas tree lighting, and a breathtaking holiday drones display. The event begins at 4 p.m. in Donnelly Park in beautiful downtown Mount Dora and along the lakefront. Light Up Mount Dora is sponsored by the City of Mount Dora, Visit Lake, Renewal by Anderson, and Crooked Can Brewing, and we'll see you out there.
The holidays mean more travel, more shopping, and more personal info in more places that could expose you more to identity theft. That's why LifeLock monitors millions of data points every second. If your identity's stolen, their U.S.-based restoration specialists will fix it guaranteed or your money back. Don't face drained accounts, fraudulent loans, or financial losses alone. Get more holiday fun and less holiday worry with LifeLock. Save up to 40% your first year with promo code CLAY. Visit LifeLock.com. Terms apply.
Russ Rollins here for Life Imaging FLA. You know, this is going to be the first holiday I've ever had without my little sister. And one of the things that she would say all the time is she wished she would have gotten her scan early. By the time she waited and got her scan, it was stage 4 cancer. Don't wait. If you have something that feels off, go get a scan. And you can get a scan even if you don't feel off with Life Imaging FLA. Life Imaging FLA, if you pick up your cell phone, you dial pound 250, you say the words free heart scan, you can get a free heart scan with a few minimum requirements. It's a great value, and it's something you should do. But then ask about cancer screening. That's super important, and I'll be thinking about that a lot during the holidays this season. People that you love, get them into Life Imaging FLA and get that cancer screening, get that free heart scan. It could save your life. It's Life Imaging FLA. You'll have the option to receive a one-time auto dial text message from iHeartMedia. Pick up your cell phone, dial pound 250, say the words free heart scan. You'll be connected in seconds to Life Imaging FLA, and tell him Russ Rollins the Monster sent you.
Jay, why is auto insurance so expensive? I need to get insured, but I need a better solution.
Vic, you should call Acceptance. Acceptance had better rates, better options, and better customer service than my previous company. Acceptance was just better. They did all the work comparing different plans and found me the best payment options that fit my budget.
Really? Do you have their number?
800-606-7049. 800-606-7049.
Why pay more? Acceptance Insurance has offices in your neighborhood, and one call to Acceptance could save you up to 30% on your car insurance. 800-606-7049. Let Acceptance work better for you. 800-606-7049. 800-606-7049. Acceptance Insurance. We shop, you save. Restrictions apply based on a Q1 2024 study of Acceptance Insurance customers who reported saving when they switched. License number L012994.
Proud to be a donation site for Toys for Tots.
iHeartRadio is your #1 app for the holidays. Just open the app and search Holiday and start listening to Magic 107.7, plus all kinds of other holiday stations, playlists, and podcasts. iHeartRadio, free, never sounded so good.
Everywhere you look, things are getting more expensive. So at Consumer Cellular, we're lowering the price for those 50 and up. Now you can get unlimited talk, text, and data for $30 a line when you buy 2. That's just $60 a month for 2 unlimited lines. So if you're 50 and up, make the switch and save. Come on, you've earned this. Call 1-888-FREEDOM or visit consumercellular.com today. Requires 2 lines of service, age validation, and credit approval, subject to system and area limits, taxes, and other fees apply.
You may have heard Wawa has pizza, but did you know that Wawa has pizza at a really great price? Right now, get a personal size 14 or 16-inch Wawa pizza for just $6, $8, or $10. Gotta have a Wawa.
This earful of real radio is brought to you by JustCallMo.com. Injured on the go? JustCallMo.com.
Real Radio is on Facebook at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Have you been in an accident? Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Join the show. Send your dispatch now at thenewsjunkie.com.
Emails. We'll get to jury duty in just a second. And ladies, what you need to know about your phone. What you absolutely positively need to know about your phone. That's coming up in just a moment. Tips at thenewsjunkie.com. Ashley says, love the show. I enjoy listening each and every day to the 3 best friends I never knew I had.
Well, I know what, Ashley, this isn't.
It's not your wife, huh? No. And she says, I just wanted to say that I'm here listening every single day in Mount Vernon, which I believe is in Washington, correct? Mm-hmm. And Mount Vernon, and I love all 3 of you and truly enjoy the show.
Wait, no.
Thank you.
No. Mount Vernon is where George Washington was from.
Yeah, that's not Washington?
No,
it
it's
would be weird if
Virginia.
he was from Washington, right? George Washington from Washington?
We're going to name him after the state.
Mount Vernon, Virginia. Okay, thank you, Ashley. Appreciate the email. Anonymous emails, tips at thenewsjunkie.com.
This is C-Lane's wife. Hate the show.
That'd be great. I have a friend who is a struggling single father. The mom abandoned them earlier this year and has completely disappeared off the radar. So the kids have had a tough year. He's been looking for bikes for his son and daughter ever since he taught them how to ride on a neighbor's bike a few weeks ago. I know he can't afford to buy bikes for them. How can he get bikes from the event you guys are going to be doing? This person's talking about the Christmas bike drive. Thank you for your help, says Anonymous. We'll get more info on that as we get closer to the event, but we're working with a fantastic charity that will take all these bikes from this year's Christmas bike drive, and they are going to turn around and put them in homes of disadvantaged kids. And so 100% we can put you in contact with the people who will be getting these bikes out there. And I can't guarantee anything, but hopefully you can line something up so those kids get some help. That would be great for Christmas for sure. All right, let's see here. Let's get into it. Let's do jury duty.
Court is now in session, so put your phone down and pay attention before we call the bailiff over to whip your ass. You're now on jury duty with the News Junkie.
Jury duty brought to you by the one, the only Mo DeWitt of the DeWitt Law Firm. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. 866-CALL-MO or 800-CALL-MO these days. 800-CALL-MO or go to justcallmo.com. After you get into an accident, there's a lot of attorneys out there trying to get your attention, but there's only one law firm that's really going to treat you like a person and make sure they fight for you and go up against the insurance companies, which is something you should not feel bad about doing. Go over to 800-CALL-MO on the phone or on the web, justcallmo.com.
Oh, yeah.
Ladies, this is what you need to know. I think this is important. This could be for guys too, but it's actually really for anybody. There's two different cases that have popped up in Missouri where police officers have been charged with pulling women over. So women have specifically been targeted here, and then searching their cell phones for nude photos. This was a 39-year-old former Missouri State Highway Patrol Trooper David McKnight. He was indicted by a grand jury for this. And there was a second person, a 29-year-old Julian Alcala, who worked in Missouri, and he searched the phones of 20 different women. They said, like McKnight, authorities claim Alcala like this before, Sealand, but I want to revisit this. What are the laws when the officer tells you to give you their phone?
I thought that you didn't have to do that.
That are looking at women that they find to be attractive, and they are, did I fall out?
I think you did for a second.
I did?
But it's always at a point in which we're banking on, is it a dramatic pause or is it the end of the sentence?
What was the last thing I said?
It was, can they take, or what do you do when you look at their phone? And I was like, I don't think they can do that. And then your sentence finished.
Moses DeWitt, we'll have to put this on the list of questions for him because I want to know what you're required to do when a police officer asks for your phone. My gut tells me the Fourth Amendment would protect you and they have to get a warrant to get their hands on your phone. But a lot of times officers will try to be clever and they'll ask you in a way that seems like they're demanding.
But why would they need to look at your phone? For what?
Various things that they'll say, like if they say, I don't have my insurance, or I have a photo of my driver's license, or I have a photo of my registration. Sometimes the cops will use that as an excuse to go, okay, let me take this back to my car and run the numbers.
But see, this
Don't
beautiful
do it.
thing, at least I can speak for the update on the iPhone, is that you can Face ID lock your apps now.
Oh, really?
Including your photos.
Yeah.
Take that, coppers.
Yeah, and more of these things need to be implemented on phones because they're trying to get clever with this. They kind of pressure you into it, and then they look at your phone and they look through all your photos, and then they take photos of the photos on their phone so they can have nude pictures of you. And then in some cases, the officers will trade them around and send them to other cops to show them what their treasures are for that day. Don't give a cop your phone. Just don't do it. You don't have to do it unless they have a warrant. Do not do this. You should be decent to police officers when they pull you over. You should try to afford them some respect, but do not feel intimidated and just say yes to everything that they ask you.
Your rights.
Yeah, knowing your rights is a very important thing, and unfortunately, not something that we tend to teach in schools. We don't tend to focus on that so much. Most people, most younger kids especially, have no idea what their rights are, what they're allowed to do and not allowed to do.
I don't know. I feel like maybe some of those kids started learning that kind of stuff in college, because I used to love to watch Campus PD, like the college version of Cops. And some of those little
pre-law kids,
assholes. The S word was on deck, but some of those kids were like, "I know my rights." It's so annoying.
Just be very careful.
And they're learning them, I think, a lot through the mistakes people are making that become social media viral videos. If I was going on what I was taught growing up, it's like, be honest, and if they know you're telling the truth, they'll let you go.
Yeah,
and then
just tell them
was,
if you had a
and
couple
they
of
didn't.
drinks. Yeah, it's not the way it goes.
It wasn't
It's
for
not
drinking.
The way it works. And what we need to remember is that we can be kind, we could be decent, but we do not have to roll over. And if they don't have a warrant, don't give them your stuff. It's just what you should do. All right. Inside the Menendez brothers' desperate bid for freedom is one of the big stories today. And they say that they're about to have some sort of bid for their freedom. It's going to happen next month. So in the month of December.
So the 11th?
I don't have the date on the story in front of me, but it's in December. Maybe it is the 11th. They said they're going to have prison staffers who will testify that the Menendez brothers, who have served 33 years behind bars, have been rehabilitated and that they are model prisoners who not only worked on themselves but helped other inmates improve their lives. They're going to have other people with additional information that they think shows that the parents were abusive in this case. They're going to have a whole show trial of sorts that they'll be able to put on. The folks in charge will then weigh in on whether there's going to be a resentencing or not. Who knows what's going to happen with that. And finally, in jury duty today, a huge heist, $1 million worth, in fact. What was it? Bottles of Guy Fieri and Sammy Hagar's tequila.
Wow.
Stolen.
Party heist.
10,000 bottles of this stuff were stolen. 4,040 cases, 2 trucks. They were in Santo. Oh, no, of Santo. I guess that's the name of the tequila brand from Guy
Claus?
Fieri. The Santo tequila was hijacked in a double heist that was staged in Laredo, Texas. They said the haul was worth about $1 million.
But what do they do with it afterwards? Sell it on the black market?
Yeah, they got to try to find a way to
drink it.
Offload that. Or just drink 4,000.
Never need to buy tequila again.
They got a lifetime supply for
They're
real.
like, look at us, we're rolling out.
Nothing wrong with that. All right, when we come back, we'll get into the cable news kerfuffle today. What weird thing happened to the cable news world that everybody's talking about? That is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Why follow Real Radio on Instagram? Because we want to send you to see the Tampa Bay Bucks in an upcoming home game. Each week this NFL season, you have a chance to win tickets. Check our feed at Real Radio 1041 on Instagram.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
Checking in on some of the major roadways here. No major problems on I-95. Traffic is up to speed on Florida's Turnpike and the beach line there around the perimeter of I-4. You won't be expecting any delays on State Road 429. There's off-ramp back up from the Greenway southbound to Colonial Drive, and you could expect your regular delays on I-4 in the Lake Buena Vista area. If you see traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Rasmussen University.
At Rasmussen University, we offer a full suite of nursing programs from pre-licensure to doctoral, online and on campus. Programs vary by campus. Learn more at rasmussen.edu/Florida.
Listen up, football fans. NFL Sunday just got a whole lot better at Frogger's Apopka. Join Jack Bradshaw from The Jim Colbert Show this Sunday from noon to 2 p.m. Grab your friends, come hang, and get some real radio swag. Enjoy great food and drink specials like $6 double on 3 olive vodka, all 8 flavors. With more than 50 TVs, you will not miss any of the NFL action. That's Frogger's Apopka at 1601 Rock Springs Road. This Sunday, noon to 2 p.m. Get more information at realradio.fm/events. Frogger's. Hopping with food and fun.
This earful of Real Radio is brought to you by JustCallMo.com. Injured on the go? JustCallMo.com.
If you're living with dry age-related macular degeneration or dry AMD, you may be at risk for developing geographic atrophy or GA.
Izervay, get your GA going slower.
Izervay or Avastin-capted Pagel is a prescription eye injection used to treat GA. Don't take it if you have an infection or active swelling in or around your eye. Izervay can cause eye infection, retinal detachment, or increased risk of wet AMD. Izervay may temporarily increase eye pressure. Your vision may be impaired after an eye injection or exam. Don't delay. Ask your doctor about Izervay today.
Izervay, get your GA going slower.
Visit Izervay.com. That's IZERVAY.com.
As a founding partner of iHeart Women's Sports Network, Capital One wants to help you hear more about today's top female athletes. Learn more about your favorite teams and keep more money in your wallet with no fees or minimums on checking accounts and no overdraft fees. Just ask the Capital One bank guy. It's pretty much all he talks about. In a good way. Capital One, what's in your wallet? Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com/bank for details. Capital One, N.A. member FDIC.
A noisy garage door is a cry for help that often requires only simple maintenance. Hi, I'm Tommy Mello from A1 Garage Door Service. Don't wait until a simple garage door repair becomes a major problem. Call A1 Garage Door Service today.
A1 from day one.
This November, give thanks for the gift of clear vision with a free LASIK consultation at the Filatowski Eye Institute. They've been serving Central Florida for over 30 years, helping thousands see life in high definition. Don't let poor vision blur your holiday memories. Simply text 1041 to 868686 today and take advantage of their 24-month interest-free financing. Schedule your free consultation now and you could be seeing clearly by Christmas. The Filatowski Eye Institute, bringing Central Florida into focus for over 3 decades. Text 1041 to 868686 for your free LASIK consultation now.
Sunnyside Air Conditioning.
Oh, hi. My air conditioner is blowing hot.
For air conditioners making a funny noise, press 1.
No, it's...
Try to listen to the whole message before making a selection.
Sorry.
For air conditioners blowing cold, but not quite cold enough, press 2.
No, it's blowing hot.
I haven't gotten to that one yet.
Well, can we speed this up?
Don't get grumpy with me, or I'll take you back to the main menu.
No, anything but that. Please don't send me back to the main menu.
Fine, but I'm watching you.
Bet if I'd called Frank Gay, I'd already be getting my problem solved.
But you didn't call Frank Gay. So, what do we do now?
I'm calling Frank Gay.
When your air conditioner is blowing hot, you need a solution now. A helpful operator to guide you, all your options explained, and your problem fixed fast. That's the Frank Gay way.
If you're ready to pull your hair out, press 7.
That's the Frank Gay way. FrankGayServices.com.
Total Wireless totally has your back this holiday season. We give you up to 4 free 5G phones when you switch to the Total 5G Plus Unlimited plan. That's 4 gifts, 1 store. Plus, enjoy unlimited data that never slows you down. All for $30 a month or less when you get 4 lines. That's a holiday plan we can all get behind. Visit your local Total Wireless store to switch today. Total Wireless, we're totally with you. Actual speeds may vary by location. For data management practices, see TotalWireless.com.
Think orange for your next vehicle. OrangeBuickGMC.com. We are professional grade.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind Studios. Why Kaufman and Lind? Because clients and character matter. Contact them at whenyouneedus.com or dial pound 546 on your cell phone. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Riding the daily roller coaster of viral news from the front row. It's
what everybody's talking about today, whether you like it or not, because I think most people just hate cable news these days. Not a lot of people tuning in, especially after the election results. However, I'll give you the drama that's happening in just a moment. I don't know if either of you saw this or if we have the same algorithm, but Courtney showed me a story this weekend that made me melt. I just died.
Instagram, Twitter, y'all see this? Like funny or your heart?
So funny to me. So funny. People were sharing on TikTok their most embarrassing stories. And did you see the girl who it had millions and millions of views this weekend? She told the story about the joke her dad told her. Did you see this or no? Neither one of you?
I haven't seen it. I need more context.
Okay. So she goes, when I was little, I used to have to go to bed early. And I was about 7 years old or so, and my dad would send me off to bed. And then my dad and his friends, they like to tell jokes to each other. My dad was very into telling jokes. And she said, I wanted to hear them for some reason, so I'd hide around the corner. And my dad would tell jokes like, what does a guy with a 14-inch penis have for breakfast? Well, this morning I had eggs and toast and orange juice. And she goes, I was 7. So I didn't know what it meant. I didn't know what was going on. I just know when my dad said it, the guys laughed, so it must have been very funny. And she goes, fast forward to a couple weeks later, I'm at school, and in lunch, they have a microphone up, and people can go in and say stuff into the microphone. And she goes, I got up with all the confidence in the world, and I marched my way over to that microphone. And I said, in front of the whole school and all the teachers, what does a man with a 14-inch penis have for breakfast? Well, this morning, my dad had Wheaties into the microphone. She goes, I had no idea. And everybody in the comments is like, oh, I feel for you. I don't know how you ever got through this trauma. And you just go, oh, God. That's one of those ones where I see, I go, I can't beat that.
I would say that as far as like the on the microphone, and didn't even say the joke as Dad said it. Said that my dad has one, which is wild. I would say the closest I have to something like that of not knowing what the joke was E-Bombs World had this game called Spank the Monkey.
Yep.
And you would just drag like a giant hand and hit the monkey. And then if you did it fast enough, it would just be like, oh, you spanked it, this much score and confetti. And I was so excited because I beat the game. I was like, Mom, and I had her come in. I'm like, look, I just spanked the monkey so hard. And then she explained to me that spank the monkey means masturbating. And then explained what masturbating was.
Oh, fun.
One, follow-up question.
Yeah.
You learned a lot that day.
I almost had that exact situation happen to me in 3rd grade.
Mm-hmm.
As far as spanking the monkey or the...
telling a joke that I did not know.
Go on.
Did you get it from B-Lane, your dad?
No, I got it from his cousin.
Yeah.
I did, and it was a joke that his cousin told, and I thought it was funny because I was in 3rd grade and the joke had the word ass in it. So just anything with cursing in it is automatically funny to you because you're not allowed to say those words. It was racist.
Oh. C-Lane. No. Why is your dad's cousin...
Where did you say it? Did you said it in front of school?
I started to say it in front of my 3rd grade class, and my friend who had heard the joke stopped me.
Oh, good friend.
Because I
was still send him things for the holidays because you should.
No, but then I had to tell the joke privately to my teacher. And got in trouble for that.
What was the joke? Do you remember?
I'm not going to go through the whole thing, but it was a
Who was it targeting?
Pretty
what
long
group of
story. I think you could probably guess.
No, there's a lot of different races in the world.
There's all kinds of people that could be offended by little C-Lane.
America.
Yeah.
It mentions picking cotton.
Oh, Jesus, C-Lane.
He was a kid.
Oh, God.
That kid saved your ass.
Can you honestly? Yeah, that kid, he's a loser.
No, he turned bad after that?
I didn't know what
that kid, Tony Hinchcliffe. Oh, God. It's weird because when you're a kid, you're innocent and you don't understand all those things. And
I also got in trouble that same year for telling the joke, what do Star Trek and toilet paper have in common?
What's that? I don't know.
They both go around Uranus looking for Klingons.
You were a wild roaster when you were a kid at school. Good God.
Continued banging the drums and marching.
Oh, God. All right. You did say, Sabrina, that you went to Epcot this weekend.
Yeah, I sure did.
And my question for you is...
No, I didn't get on Guardians of the Galaxy.
Did you see who was performing?
Yeah, Smash Mouth.
Did you watch any of it or no?
No. So I don't know how you do it.
Because the lead singer of Smash Mouth obviously is dead.
Yes.
They've just
like,
continued to tour.
rest in peace, and then went back on tour.
Uh-huh.
Which, I mean, they got to pay the bills. But it was so incredibly crowded that day.
Mm-hmm.
So we didn't last as long as, I guess, anticipated for the first round of Smash Mouth. But we did make it to Turtle Talk, which was a lot of fun.
Okay. Yeah.
We're the only adults without children in there.
I'm telling you, it is a shame that you didn't get to go on Guardians of the Galaxy because it is a great time.
In 2 seconds.
Mhm.
I sat up and I watched my phone count down to 7 a.m. and I clicked and it was filled up already.
It's frustrating.
2 seconds.
Everything costs more money, and then you gotta be from a resort. You gotta do. It's so expensive.
Please, you guys go all the time. There you were the next day. Were you planning on going on Saturday and said no? Let's do it the next day because Sabrina's there.
No, why do you think stuff like that?
You never want to go to Epcot with me.
I would go to Epcot with you. I'm not. You think I'm somebody who I'm not. I would never ever do that. I promise you.
We just Ticketmaster avoids.
Actually, do you know why we went? We went on Sunday because I was like, oh yeah, she's at Food and Wine, and we started talking about how we don't have a lot of days left for Food and Wine, so let's go and try the stuff that we have left over.
First place we went to, Canada.
Okay,
Turns
Canada.
out that was the end of like the typical circle people go on. I did Epcot all the wrong ways.
You could do it whatever way you want.
I'm gonna do it during
really.
a weekday, that's for sure. So I want to get on that damn ride.
That ride is so fun. It's a really good time. I truly enjoy it. But we go there, and the more I go there, the more I learn how expensive things are. There's a guy who I see. It was about 4:30, so I'm just gonna guess. This guy must have got there real early. He had a stroller with 2 kids in it. He's with probably 8 to 10 people in his family. This man has the most miserable face on I've ever seen in my life. This man he's got a shirt that says "In my Disney dad era" or something like that, but he's got the most miserable face on, and he's slamming the stroller around, and he goes, "I'm never coming back here again." And I go,
have a magical day.
Yes, this guy has had a day. He's had an expensive day, he's had a tough day, and he's at his wit's end right now.
Mind you, I had one guy with no kids or anyone, but as soon as I share some affection with my girlfriend, I'm not kidding. 2 seconds later, he's like, "Do you guys want me to take a picture for you or anything like that?"
Okay.
Right next. Did you want to go, "Sir, where's your family and where did you come from? You
he's
creep
just on the prowl.
ass."
Yeah. And it does look weird when you're there by yourself. I see a lot of people who go to theme parks and then they'll post on the theme park Facebook page and go, "Hey, I'm here alone if anybody wants to meet up." And I think to myself, that's a little weird, but then I'm also like, I hope they find somebody to hang out with. I feel bad that the person is not with anybody.
Oh, speaking of weird things.
All right.
I want to know if anybody listening went to that cuddle party over the weekend.
What was the cuddle party?
The cuddle party we talked about.
Cuddles and consent or whatever.
That's right.
Yeah. If you went there, we want a full report, please. Do tell us how it was. Tips@thenewsjunkie.com is the best.
You can be
email
anonymous
for
if you'd like.
Yeah, you might want to. I could see why you would.
Okay, but
yeah.
we're going to be nice to them because they're being transparent and honest.
I would just
right?
like the story. I would love to hear what happened there. I saw that people were talking about MSNBC's show Morning Joe this morning, and I guess these folks on Morning Joe, who first they were friendly with Trump during his first administration or the the election
first term?
Before that. Well, it was right before his first term mostly that they were real chummy with Trump on Morning Joe, and they went to visit him a lot of times. And then they went fully against Trump, obviously. It's MSNBC. And they've been saying for the past year or so, he's a fascist, all these Nazi, all these things that they say on MSNBC. And so people got mad at them because this is them talking this morning about what they did this weekend.
Over the past week, Joe and I have heard from so many people, from political leaders to regular citizens, deeply dismayed by several of President-elect Trump's cabinet selections, and they are scared. Last Thursday, we expressed our own concerns on this broadcast and even said we would appreciate the opportunity to speak with the president-elect himself. On Friday, we were given the opportunity to do just that. Joe and I went to Mar-a-Lago to meet personally with President-elect Trump. It was the first time we have seen him in 7 years.
Now, we talked about a lot of issues, including abortion, mass deportation, threats of political retribution against political opponents.
What's weird about this is that's it. They're just admitting that they went to Mar-a-Lago and hung out with the guy that they've spent 7 years calling the worst person on planet Earth because they want to reconnect with him. And the funny thing is, they did this, and then everybody just goes ham on them. Like, everybody hated them. They didn't win over anybody by doing this because the people who are fans of MSNBC think, why would you go hang out with that person after all the things that you said about them? And the people who hate MSNBC are like, look, you bent the knee and kissed the ring. You did the inevitable because, you took the L in the election here. And in media circles, all kinds of places, they've been going nuts on these folks today. I've always found this show to be interesting because not many people watch Morning Joe on MSNBC, but it's a lot of very influential political people who do. So it's one of those networks that doesn't have a huge audience, but the audience is all the people in Washington who make all the decisions. They're tuned into this garbage. And we'll see what happens with the fallout from this over on Morning Joe's World. Now we go to you. Let's see what's happening with your dispatches. This is Jell. This says an embarrassing moments.
News Junkie. Happy Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. You guys were talking about most embarrassing moments. It reminded me of one of mine. Went to the ale house one day, met a chick, got her phone number. The following week, I texted her and had asked her if she wanted to meet at the ale house again. She said yes. I got so excited. I sent a text message to my guy friends saying that, hey, this chick said she wants to meet me again. Okay. I'm going to get some. Well, my mistake. I didn't send it to my guy friends. I sent it back to her. And honestly, I didn't get to see her that week.
And I didn't get some.
That was not nice.
Wait, that is a big mistake, sir.
Wow.
I want to know if he eventually closed the deal. Because if
he said no. Oh,
he said not
later.
that time.
Yeah, he said, I didn't get to see her that week. Anyways, that was not nice. Very embarrassing. Take it easy, says Jell. Thanks for the dispatch, sir. I saw somebody over the weekend. They were angry on social media because they said, I looked in my wife's phone, or it may have been husband's phone. It may have been a woman who said, I looked at my husband's phone, and he had me by my full maiden name as my contact information in my phone. And like, not wife, not boo, not whatever you would put in there for the person that you're married to. And I go, I bet that's more common than people think. Because you put the phone number in there, you probably just left it.
Hello.
You got that in there?
Yep. Absolutely.
Maiden name too?
Maiden name.
But when did you put that in there? When you guys started hanging out, right?
I got her number, yeah.
So I think people do that at that point, and then you don't revisit and put like wife or husband or whatever, or some kind of pet name or something. I don't think that people do that. I don't think it's that weird.
I hardly ever, like once you're put in my phone, hardly ever change any information about you, and I do not delete people. Mm-hmm. So I have people in my phone that are no longer with us.
Oh, really?
And then anybody that
I just put the dead emoji next to it.
Jeez,
what?
Brutal. Anybody that
I have a lot of Steves in my phone.
Anybody that has how many dead ones? Anybody that's gotten
at
married,
least one.
Anybody that's gotten married since I got their number. Haven't changed their last name. My cousin still has my last name in my phone.
Okay,
that's normal, right? I think that's totally normal that people would do that.
Now, when people do change the phone names to something that's a little more cutesy, then it's like you got to make sure to change it back to a normal name or delete the number altogether.
If you break up.
Afterwards? Yeah.
Because I also have a lot of 15 bays in there.
Oh, boy. Do you have your girlfriend in there currently just as her name or as some sort of other thing?
I have it as like that surfing emoji?
Uh-huh.
And then the little drops.
Yeah.
And that just repeats over and over again. And then a peach.
All right.
No, it says Nick with a flaming heart.
Oh, that's still normal. I mean, that's fine. Yeah. I don't think you have to have, somebody said Lil Boo thing. I don't think you have to put that in your phone.
No. Maybe your name is something I can't say on the radio.
Oh, I knew it. The thing you change is you change everybody's profile photos a lot.
Yeah, I feel uncomfortable if I don't have a contact photo.
And Sabrina's contact photos are always horrific photos of whoever is in question.
What? They're fun.
It's always, I'd say like Sabrina updated the cover photo, and I look and I go, oh my God, what is this terrible picture that has been placed up there?
Yours is good.
Every time. Okay, we are going to go to...
I forgot the group picture for us, too.
It's
I don't know what it is now.
My face and Sean's face over two naked dudes.
Yeah, in a shower.
Oh,
in a shower.
It changes frequently. This is just the latest iteration of it here. Let's go over to Baldo Baggins with a dispatch.
My daughter loves soccer, and she's been playing I-9. And when we saw the playoff game with all the goals with Banda and that Marta, wow, my daughter went crazy. So,
dude, it was awesome. Man,
hats off, and let's win it all.
There you go, Baldo Baggins.
Great game.
Talking about the Orlando Pride victory. Here's Solomon with a dispatch.
Just a little thought in regards to Matt Gaetz. He will not get confirmation. However, he will be the next senator. To take over Mark Rubio's spot.
I don't think so.
Secretary of State. I think that's what the plan is.
So here's why I don't think that will be the case. Because they're going to want to put somebody in that Senate seat as fast as possible, and that would be well before any confirmation hearings would have taken place. One thing people don't know, and this is no shame on you if you don't know this, is just how complex and insanely outdated in very 1700s our whole system is. Congress works in the most ineffective of ways, and there's all kinds of loopholes. For instance, there's a way that Trump could have the House and Senate in recess, and then while they're both in recess, could force through and automatically approve everybody that he wants in his cabinet in like a nuclear option. And the reason you're able to do it is because all these like really archaic rules in Congress. It's so strange, all of it.
They're not going to change it if it benefits them.
Probably not. No, it doesn't happen that we get a lot of updates on these things, which is strange because it's 2024. My God, we have so many things that are different than they were, obviously, in the 1700s. When we come back, we'll hear from you. We got more dispatches coming in. We'll get an update and see how Alex Jones is doing. We'll take his temperature.
Oh, sorry.
And also, they changed something classic, and people are losing their minds. Don't change things. People only react negatively. Why? What's happening? That is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is on Instagram at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Have you been in an accident? Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
From the Goldsmith Jewelry Shop Traffic Center. Best holiday selection, lowest prices.
Watch out for an accident on Buena Vista Drive near Hotel Plaza Boulevard. Traffic is starting to slow down on I-4 approaching State Road 429. You could expect your regular intersection backups where Vine Street meets John Young Parkway. Around the perimeter of I-4, no major problems on State Road 429 or the Greenway. But if you do see traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Valvoline Instant Oil Change. This Thanksgiving, get road ready at Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Drive in today for a quick but never rushed oil change so you can enjoy more time with family. Visit VIOC.com for up to $15 off. Valvoline Instant Oil Change, your go-to oil change for holiday travel.
It's always a good time for donuts, so indulge in Shipley Donuts. Fresh-made donuts in delicious flavors from classic glaze to the Oreo cookie top treats, crafted with quality ingredients. Catering and online ordering is available. Visit Shipley Donuts, now open in Orlando on South Cimarron Boulevard.
Greetings from Daytona, where a band of dreamers took a strip of beach and turned it into a proving ground. The Great American Race, where year after year, greatness is the destination.
Drivers, start your engines, let's go!
So book your experience and soak in 500 miles of history and tradition. The Daytona 500, February 16th, 2025. Secure your seats now at Daytona500.com.
Everyone deserves a fast and reliable connection. One that helps better their everyday through the things they value most. Friends and family, education and career. A connection that opens pathways to opportunity and builds roads to a better future. At Spectrum, we're committed to delivering just that every single day. Because with the right connection, anything is possible. That's Life Unlimited. That's Spectrum.
Brought to you by the Capital One Venture X card. As a founding partner of iHeart Women's Sports Network, Capital One wants to bring you closer to the athletes you love. Literally, with premium travel benefits from the Capital One Venture X card. With Venture X, you earn unlimited double miles on everything you buy and turn everyday purchases into extraordinary trips. Plus, get premium benefits at a collection of luxury hotels when booking on Capital One Travel and access to airport lounges worldwide. What's in your wallet? Terms apply. Lounge access is subject to change. See CapitalOne.com for details.
We need your help to protect your right to AM radio in your car. AM is always there in times of need with the key information for our community. The overwhelming majority of legislators support a bill to keep AM radio in cars, but time's running out. Please text the two letters AM to 52886 and ask Congress to bring this bill to the floor for a vote now.
Message and data rates may apply. You may receive up to 4 messages a month. Text stop to stop. A message from the station.
Upgrade your old windows and doors with the latest designs from Renewal by Andersen. One reason is unmatched strength. Renewal by Andersen's Acclaim Impact windows and doors are made from Fibrex material, which is 2 times stronger than vinyl, ensuring superior durability and resistance to extreme weather conditions. The wonderful team at Renewal by Andersen saw firsthand the incredible performance of Renewal by Andersen windows and doors in the face of the damage caused by Hurricane Milton just a few weeks ago. Robert agrees, and this is what he had to say. Our experience with every employee at Renewal by Andersen was exceptional. The windows that were installed are better than expected. A big thank you. During the month of November, save 20% on your entire project, plus 0 money down, 0 payments, and 0% interest for 18 months. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com to schedule your free consultation today. Official partner of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, license number CGC 1527613.
Hey, it's that mortgage guy, Don. Good news if you're considering a reverse mortgage. Rates have improved again this week. Get a same-day quote at thatmortgageguydon.com.
With that mortgage guy, Don.
Hey Orlando, get ready for your real estate journey with Nickley's Believe It or Not. Did you know the Nickley Group sells the most homes in Central Florida? They actually sell one every 9.7 hours. The Nickley Group sells homes twice as fast and for 6% more on average. Yeah, that's approximately $25,000 more for your home. Why? Because the Nickley Group with Keller Williams Realty does real estate differently. Don't believe me? Google them. They have over 3,000 five-star reviews. Get your own dedicated team of local experts and experience the difference. For a guaranteed cash offer on your home today, call the Nickley Group. Visit thenickley.com.
This is the story of the one who, as a maintenance specialist for a historic high-rise, knows that vintage charm historically needs constant attention. Which is why, when it's time to upgrade turn-of-the-century mechanicals, they turn to Grainger. With easy access to 1 million+ products and the scale to deliver when and where you need them. The right tools and supplies are never far away. So the one can keep that vintage building running like new. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
If you're a business owner, the holidays are important. But do you know the last thing 75% of your customers hear before holiday shopping? Radio. And since iHeartMedia is the #1 radio company in America, chances are they're listening to us. iHeart reaches 3 times more people than the biggest TV networks and 4 times more than the music streamers where you can advertise. This holiday season, get the results you need. Call 844-844-iHeart. Don't wait. Holiday shopping has already started. That's 844-844-iHeart.
Jay, why is auto insurance so expensive? I need to get insured, but I need a better solution.
Vic, you should call Acceptance. Acceptance had better rates, better options, and better customer service than my previous company. Acceptance was just better. They did all the work comparing different plans and found me the best payment options that fit my budget.
Really? Do you have their number?
800-606-7049. 800-606-7049.
Why pay more? Acceptance Insurance has offices in your neighborhood, and one call to Acceptance could save you up to 30% on your car insurance. 800-606-7049. Let Acceptance work better for you. 800-606-7049. 800-606-7049. Acceptance Insurance. We shop, you save. Restrictions apply based on a Q1 2024 study of Acceptance Insurance customers who reported saving when they switched. License number L012994.
Proud to be a donation site for Toys for Tots.
The free iHeartRadio app is your home for the holidays. Open the app and click on the holiday banner or search holiday and start listening to Magic 107.7 plus stations playing all kinds of holiday music.
If it's important to you, it's on and probably being mocked by.
More about the show by going to the newsjunkie.com. Unlock secret shows over there or gift secret shows. And if you do, get your hands on a magnet to play Game of Magnets. Every single gifted sub equals one magnet. It's as easy as that. I don't know if you've seen this, C-Lane, but I guess Whoopi Goldberg from The View is going at it with some bakery. They're fighting back and forth. Oh. And she was mad because she said this bakery, which is in, where do they film The View? Is that in New York City?
It is in New York because I attempted to go.
Yeah, it's a Staten Island bakery. So Staten Island, New York is where the bakery was. And I guess she loves the stuff from this bakery, specifically these Charlotte Russe desserts. I am not familiar with that.
Charlotte Russe, wasn't that a clothing store?
I don't know. It says
in the mall.
Is that? It says Goldberg complained that the daytime liberal women's talk show Wednesday, or during the daytime liberal women's talk show Wednesday, that Holterman's Bakery wouldn't sell the popular Charlotte Russe desserts she wanted for her 69th birthday because of her politics. So she told the audience, "Now I should tell you, Charlotte Russe has no political leanings, and the place that made these refused to make them for me. They said that their ovens had gone down or all kinds of stuff, but folks went and got them anyway. They did not like my politics." So she's saying the bakery didn't give her food because of her politics. But first, let's start with that. What's Charlotte Russe? What the hell are we talking about here?
So I don't know if these are related to the clothing store, but we do have the desserts, and all because of Whoopi's fight with the bakery.
Do they look good? Can you see them there?
I mean, they look, sure, fine. I mean, they're typically...
You're not a dessert person, are you?
I am, but I mean, this just looks a little plain to me.
Oh, it does? Okay.
I love dessert. A traditional Charlotte Russe traces its origins to the 19th century in France. Cold set sweet dish, Bavarian cream jelly, and ringed with sponge finger biscuits. It's related to trifle. While trifle is a very English dish, this is very French and was invented by Chef Antoine Carême in the early 19th century.
Love that dude. Yeah, big ups to that guy. And I guess Whoopi has now made a new video talking about this because the bakery was not happy. And they said, no, we absolutely don't care about your politics. They said, I said to Whoopi, I can't do it right now. That's Jill Holterman, who owns the bakery. We have so many things going on with my boiler because the building is from 1930. So when she called me, I had no idea if we could be baking everything. Holterman acknowledged that she ultimately was able to make 50 of the treats and that they were picked up early Wednesday morning for the View's taping. Whoopi had planned to give them out to the audience as part of her birthday celebration. So now this place was getting a bunch of heat, and then Whoopi was getting heat for going after the restaurant. Let's see what she said.
There seems to be a lot of talk about the dessert I requested for my birthday show. I never mentioned the name of the bakery or the location. It does seem a little odd that when we called a few weeks before my birthday and we were told they couldn't process the order for my birthday because of an equipment failure, but somehow they were able to accept an order of a different 48 of the same dessert. When somebody else called without using my name.
Did you just decide to Jussie Smollett this whole situation?
Oh, they're calling her Jussie Smollett over the bakery drama now?
There's a big difference, but okay.
So I guess what she's saying is they're saying it's not about my politics, but I made the order with Whoopi Goldberg attached to it, and they said they couldn't do it. Then somebody else made an order without Whoopi Goldberg attached to it, and they were able to do it.
Whoopi Goldberg. So
Whoopi Goldberg went through, and that means that you're targeting me for my politics.
The place name.
The place that this was that was brought up in this whole story sold out of everything because a bunch of people went down there.
The boilers are working. That's good.
To support the bakery.
It'd be hilarious if they ordered the cakes for her given name, Karen Elaine Johnson.
You would never pick up on that.
Nope.
I know I wouldn't. I would never pick up and go, oh, this is Whoopi Goldberg. Speaking of folks having their birthday, yesterday
Happy birthday,
was
Sean.
The 80th birthday for, not me, but Mr. Danny DeVito.
No way. He's 80?
He's 80 years old, 80. And I liked this tweet from Rob McElhenney. Let me see here. He says, this man was born 80 years ago today. He could still drink you under the table. He could still make you laugh harder than anyone you ever met. He could still make you feel like you're the only person in the room. He could still give you the best advice you've ever gotten and make you feel loved no matter what. He's an American treasure. There's only one Danny DeVito, and he's 80 years old.
So anyways, cool. I start blasting.
I love Danny DeVito, man.
It's so cool he's part of that show. Like, it wasn't just a one-off thing or a couple episodes that he's like actually, hanging with them, considering his career and all that he's done. And I would say A-list actor, no?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Danny DeVito is definitely A-list, definitely a household name.
And his wife's a gem, too.
Likeable. I remember the time that he had an interview. I think it was on the Today Show, and he stayed up all night on accident, getting drunk. And during the interview, he's like, "Oh, I had 12 limoncellos last night." He was still drunk for the interview he was doing, and I go, "Danny DeVito can do no wrong. This guy is pretty special, man." And he makes me laugh. I don't know what he's been in other than this lately. He's obviously been in It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, but I'm sure he's been in other things.
He's been in Jersey Mike's commercials.
Yes.
Oh, God. That was a big campaign they did with him.
Him and his daughter, right? And wasn't he a voice actor for her animated show?
Maybe.
Was he? He just does whatever he wants because that's what he can do now. He's
he was
able
in
to do that.
Jumanji in 2019.
He was, yeah.
He's in Beetlejuice.
I don't remember him in Beetlejuice.
I still haven't seen
it.
Me either.
I liked it. I thought it was pretty good, actually. And I had zero going into it where I didn't have any expectations that I was going to enjoy it. But he is great.
He was in The Wizard of Oz.
Was he? No, get out of here. He wasn't with the Munchkins. That's where you're going. Must be. All right, we're going to play a couple of dispatches. Well, we'll play them when we come back. I know, I got it on behalf of that. All right, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll do the final dispatches. We'll do the stories that didn't make the cut. And guess what? We're going to do Today I Learned to wrap everything up for a Monday.
Yeah.
That's happening. That's happening. It's all happening. It's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is the Jim Colbert Show. It's like Thanksgiving awkwardness 5 days a week. The Jim Colbert Show, weekdays at 3 on Real Radio 104.1.
This weather report is brought to you by Mills Air.
Hi there, I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Brooks Garner with your Fox 35 Central Florida forecast. For today, it's going to be warm and nice. Same for tomorrow, highs in the low 80s. I'm going for a high today of 81 degrees under mostly sunny skies. As we head into the middle of the week, a cold front comes in, the strongest one of the season, bringing a round of showers and storms and wind. Wednesday's a Fox 35 weather impact day. Now, by Thursday, we're only going to top out around 70, and Thursday night, we'll dip down into the 40s with highs only in the 60s as we head into the weekend. From the Fox 35 Storm Team, I'm meteorologist Brooks Garner.
This report is sponsored by HCA Florida Healthcare.
Sharp stomach pain? Advice is here. Consult a nurse. Answers, advice around the clock. Consult a nurse. HCA Florida Healthcare. We show up for you. Call 844-70-NURSE. It's free.
Folks, let's say you go home and you feel the AC is just not kicking like it should. You know something's wrong and you start to get scared and dollar signs are flashing before your very eyes. What do? You call Mills Air. They're there to help you out. Leon Mills has the ultimate team ready to go at Mills Air on a moment's notice. They've been around since 1992. It's over 30 years making people like you happy because they're nice and cool and comfortable in their house. Their techs can service any brand out there. You do not have to worry what your setup is. They know it from top to bottom, and they're a Carrier factory authorized dealer. So if you need to get a new AC, they can get you really big rebates. You don't want to leave that money on the table. And if you want to hear from somebody over at Mills Air to help you get up and running, call them. 407-277-1159. That's 407-277-1159. Or find them online at millsair.com.
If a Lenovo computer's on your holiday list, make Lenovo.com your first stop. Find amazing deals on ThinkPad X1 Carbon Gen 12 laptops and get the best PC prices of the season. That's Lenovo.com.
Lenovo. We've all made questionable decisions in life, like that time that you frosted the tips of your hair. But hiring an attorney shouldn't be. I'm Orlando attorney Mo DeWitt, and we offer a 100% satisfaction guarantee on all injury cases. If you are not completely satisfied with the way we treat you in your case within the first 30 days, you can take your file back and you owe us nothing. No fees, no costs, and no questions asked. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Visit justcallmo.com.
If you're a business owner, driving sales is a priority. And the formula for marketing success? It's reach times response rate equals result. And no platform reaches the customers your business needs like radio. At iHeartMedia, we provide unmatched reach through our radio stations, podcasts, and digital streaming platforms. Maximize your results by driving response from our massive audience. Call 844-844-iHeart. Don't wait. Holiday shopping has already started. That's 844-844-iHeart.
You've got so many chances to win big on Hard Rock Bet. Even a small bet can bring in that serious cash. All you need is $1 and a dream.
Unbelievable. They've hit the parlay.
Let's go!
Big payouts for every kind of player.
Hard Rock Bet. Roll with us.
Get up to $100 back if your first bet doesn't win. Payable and bonus bet up to $100, not a cash offer. Offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 plus and physically present in Florida to wager. Terms and conditions apply. Concerned about gambling? Please call 1-888-ADMIT-IT.
Men, if you're suffering from erectile dysfunction or PE, Premier Men's Medical Center will get your sex life back in just one visit. Their painless, breakthrough medical treatments eliminate ED and PE. Here's a specialist in men's health.
I'm Dr. Simovitz. Have Viagra or Cialis let you down? Premier Men's Medical Center offers the most effective treatments that eliminate ED and PE, with men lasting longer than ever. 98% of patients see instant results on their first visit.
Premier Men's Medical Center's breakthrough treatments will restore your sex life regardless of age or medical history. Your consultation and first treatment are free. Plus, you'll see instant results in the office. Plus, qualified patients will have their testosterone checked free. Call 407-337-5569. 407-337-5569. To regain your sex life in just one visit, call now. 407-337-5569.
This is car accident attorney Jeff Kaufman with the injury law firm of Kaufman Lynn. Imagine you deposit $100 in your bank every month for 20 years. And at the end of 20 years, you go in and try to make a withdrawal. And they say, no, we don't think you deserve this money. We don't want to give it to you. In fact, we're going to hire attorneys so that you don't get your money. That tends to be the way car insurance companies treat you when you file a claim. If you or someone you know is ever in a car, truck, or motorcycle accident, contact us at whenyouneedus.com or dial 407-500-JEFF. Offices, Orlando.
Football fans, are you missing the action because of blurry vision? Well, this November, score a touchdown for your eyes with a free LASIK consultation at the Filatowski Eye Institute. Simply text 1041 to 868686 now. They've been Central Florida's MVP in vision correction for over 3 decades. And with their 24-month interest-free financing, you can tackle the cost of LASIK without breaking the bank. Don't let poor eyesight intercept your game day experience. Text 1041 1041-286-8686 now and see every play with crystal clarity. The Filatowski Eye Institute, bringing Central Florida into focus for over 3 decades.
This is the story of the one who, as a maintenance specialist for a historic high-rise, knows that vintage charm historically needs constant attention. Which is why when it's time to upgrade turn-of-the-century mechanicals, they turn to Grainger. With easy access to 1 million+ products and the scale to deliver when and where you need them. The right tools and supplies are never far away. So the one can keep that vintage building running like new. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
You may have heard Wawa has pizza, but did you know that Wawa has pizza at a really great price? Right now, get a personal-sized 14 or 16-inch Wawa pizza for just $6, $8, or $10. Gotta have a Wawa.
Join in on the chaos. We eagerly await your dispatch. This
We're going to wrap everything up for a Monday. And we got a full week this week. Then next week, everybody's going to be enjoying their Thanksgiving break. We work on Monday and Tuesday, I think, but we finally got a little stretch of days here for the Thanksgiving break.
Oh, good.
And then we're back at it until Christmas.
I don't know what I'm doing for Thanksgiving yet.
No?
Like on Thanksgiving Day, I don't have like a plan yet.
Really? Your in-laws aren't doing something?
Friendsgiving thing.
I might be doing that because I think our family Thanksgiving is going to be shifted a couple days. So
okay,
mine's the same. The rents are coming up for that Friday after Thanksgiving.
All right,
with the RV, and by RV I mean the dog shuttle.
Okay, so
all 7 dogs.
Seven
they
dogs.
have 7 now. Holy cow!
Well, what are the odds that a Yorkie, a stray Yorkie, showed up on the front doorstep? No chip, no nothing, no one on next door. They're like, it was meant to be. The universe, God did it.
Your mom's got a big heart for animals, huh?
It does.
It takes them on in.
Fortunately, some light OCD, so the house doesn't look like there's 7 dogs.
I got to tell you, I just walked out of the studio and I go, what is this? There's a gigantic feather on the counter here. And Courtney goes, I said, is this a toy for Piper? And Courtney goes, no, I found that when I was out on my run and I brought it back to see if Piper would like it. And I go, is it like a disease?
Yeah.
It's like she goes, no, it's a feather. And I go,
it fell off for a reason.
It seems like.
Is it a peacock feather?
It's big, whatever it is. It's a feather like maybe that long. It's a big, giant feather. So maybe from a peacock, maybe from something else.
Gross.
I don't know.
Bootsy Moonshine says, we are going to Burn Steakhouse for Thanksgiving. Bootsy, try the smoked old fashioned. I know it's like the most expensive cocktail on the menu, but
how much?
I think it was like $40.
Damn! For a cocktail? Holy cow, that's pricey.
Better be a bucket of old fashioned.
It was they do like a fat washed Blanton's with like beef fat.
I don't even know what that means.
What's a Blanton? I love old fashions. Don't remember the
Blanton's is a bourbon.
Oh.
It's an expensive bourbon.
Yeah, it's very
I'll take their
popular among bourbon enjoyers.
How much is a bottle of Blanton's?
Fat wash?
$65 maybe.
The drink is almost that much just for one drink.
Yeah, this is different though. It's a lot of pomp and circumstance here.
You're not selling me on this.
I didn't think I was going to sell you on it. I was telling Bootsy.
Blanton's is not $60. Everything that I'm seeing here is $150.
Oh, maybe it's a resale market. I don't know.
All right,
it's been a while since I bought a bottle of Blanton's.
Mm-hmm.
Here we go. I talked about Elon Musk hanging around in Trump's inner circle, and now they say there's some fighting that's happening between Elon Musk and one of the other advisors for Trump over these cabinet picks. And all of that is boring, but what I found to be very interesting...
Does he want mahogany or something?
One of the guys who's influencing Trump and fighting with Elon Musk right now about who should be in his cabin, I would have fired this guy immediately simply for his name. I would go, I'm sorry, have a nice day, we will see you later. His name is Boris. His last name is EPSHTEYN.
Okay, and I missed
Epstein.
Oh, right.
And I go, I'm sorry, sir, but we're going to have to bounce you out of here on account of the Epstein, which sounds like I'm just using a speech impediment to wash out another last name that's much more terrible. But those two are fighting behind the scenes, they say, and Musk just won't go away. He's just hanging out there at Mar-a-Lago as long as he possibly can. Flying back and forth.
Thread. Like, what are you guys doing tonight? Are you guys going to be around? We're going to take the jet anywhere?
Somebody tell Elon that we'll be okay for a little while. We can hang out. All right, let's do the final dispatch.
These are the final dispatches, but Sean will probably only play one.
You might be right about that, Songman, but I'll do one real quick. Here's Dinkers with a dispatch.
What it do, Junkie Crew? My last ex actually went into my phone. She really put a lock on it.
Yeah.
And changed her name from Amy to heart emoji, wifey, heart emoji.
Oh.
And we were only together for about 3 months.
Ooh.
So shortly after that,
flag.
I broke it off because she's obviously insane.
You broke it off with her because of that. Let's do the stories that didn't make the cut, brought to you by Cento Family Moving and Storage.
That's right. You're looking to move. You want to get a lot of the stress out of that process. Well, you call Cento Family Moving and Storage because they provide a seamless moving experience. They're fully licensed and insured, and they get the job done well. They get the job done. They get the job done well, and they get it done efficiently, and they're very good. They took great care of all of my furniture and belongings, and I was in my house feeling like home in no time. You will be too when you get a quote today at centomoving.com, CENTO moving.com. They'll get the job done.
Job done well.
Get the job done. All right, the big predictions for 2025 restaurant trends. So long, smash burgers. Big burgers are back in again.
All right.
Also saying Chinese American restaurants are going to be blowing up. Masa will be everywhere. Mini martinis are the new thing. And bathrooms that try really hard to go above and beyond, and I am here for that, friends. Also, the thing I teased earlier about somebody changing their packaging, it was
Amazon, UPS.
No, it was Tropicana. Tropicana redesigned their bottle, and people are pissed off about that.
Stupid.
Because they get mad about everything. Here we go. Let's get out of here. Let's do Today I Learned.
The following information may make you feel smarter, but will not actually increase your IQ.
Bob John.
So don't get cocky. Now it's time for what we call Today I Learned.
Get the job done.
Done.
Today I learned from Monday, November 18th, 2024. Today I learned this character right here. Spider-Man is correct. During the 2017 Spider-Man Homecoming movie, while they were filming it, it became a secret running joke between Tom Holland and Michael Keaton that Keaton would often whisper in a deep voice, "I'm Batman," in Tom's ear during some of the fight scenes. They said there's even some moments that are in the movie where you could see them chuckling about the bit. Today, learn orcas spend their entire lives with their mothers.
Pussies.
Only one whale is known to have survived alone. Luna, or the whale's name is Suxit,
I'm sorry?
was young when it separated and ended up in Nakuta Sound. And today, I learned this group right here.
98 degrees.
That's right. 98 degrees is correct. I didn't know this. There's a zombie horror movie that has the members of the Backstreet Boys, NSYNC, 98 Degrees, O-Town, and All for One. All in a zombie horror movie called Dead 7, which was done by Nick Carter and Danny Rowe from The Asylum. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. We do appreciate it. We'll be back tomorrow, same time, same place. Missed any of the show?